bitch like I was Drake, yeah.
Don't just try to tell me you love me. Can't keep it real if you really don't trust me. Come with a real, you here in the front, so you get my meals. I'm gunning for the money in the bank. Come with a dank, scrolling a tank, rolling with the gang. You sitting out on the sideline tripping, I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin.
Yeah. I'm okay.
What up, though? Welcome back to WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my man Spin Mo Rex.
What up, though?
Yo, Chris, JB Smooth. I was just thinking, first and foremost, you guys hit the like button. Secondly,
leave a 5-star review. Podcast platforms.
Thank you.
Get my calisthenics in.
Yeah.
The dust.
I see you.
Hey,
you. Oh, that's pretty impressive. Didn't know you get your knees that high.
I'm higher than that.
Off to a hot start already, boys. Scorching, eating. We got a big show for you guys. Obviously, Detroit Lions. It's not an obvious thing. It should be obvious at this point. Actually, NFC has been weak since last year. Detroit Lions got strong last year, even stronger this year, and they haven't hit the draft yet. Detroit Lions, top 4 favorite to win the NFC. Obviously, we got to talk our ish on that one because that feels good to say out loud. Are they going to win the NFC? I don't know, but again, feels good to say out loud. So I keep reminding everybody, the Detroit Lions are top 4 in the NFC, or top 4 odds to win the NFC. I just keep repeating because I want Chicago Bears fans to hear it. Really, I mean, that's the most trending news today. Is like,
we're gonna
some
go
sorry ass.
We're gonna go after those
Chicago Bears account, just trying to go at Hefe after a trade when Hefe picks 6, the guy that they think is a stud. I'll put you this way, and you can tell me if I'm wrong. I want the listeners to do this too. Chris, JB, everybody's actually allowed to jump in on this one. I don't have an answer.
Nobody else is allowed.
Name me a quarterback, like a stud quarterback, that was the leader of a team that landed the number 1 overall pick. Like after already being on the team.
Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence? Yeah, they did. Trayvon Walker, you're right. One more? Any more?
Off the top of my head, I don't know.
And by the way, that's Trevor Lawrence with like the help of like Urban Meyer, the guy who was like an absolute piece of shit, the guy who just did everything wrong as an NFL head coach. That was a wild turntable. But yeah, we got Trevor Lawrence. Good on you.
You're welcome.
Woodward Sports Chat. We got any names in Woodward Sports Chat? I don't have it pulled up right now. You guys see anything, Chris? Any names in there?
None that I'm seeing right now.
So would it be a safe bet to say that as talented as Justin Fields is, he might not be him? I mean, I know it's only been 2 years, but
it's only been 2 years.
I don't think he's him.
I think he could be him.
I don't think he could be him.
I like Justin Fields.
Talented. I don't know if he could be him. He's good with his feet. I don't trust Justin Fields as a thrower enough to like be as confident as Bears fans are. It is wild to me. And in week 17 of last year, 7 of 21, 1 interception, if I'm not mistaken, like 2 fumbles. I could be wrong on that one. Again, he ran all over the Detroit Lions.
Yes, he did.
Without a doubt. Every quarterback ran all over the Detroit Lions last year. Without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
Although, I mean, Justin Fields has ran everywhere, but that's because he can't throw. You want to be real about your quarterback over there, guys? Like,
I don't want to.
I don't know.
I'm not ready to write his obituary yet.
I'm poking the bear.
I think he'll be a good player. I think he didn't have a lot to work with, both skill position and offensive line wise, but I don't think he's the second coming of Joe Montana or the second coming of Steve Young.
Joe Montana.
But I think he can be a good player eventually.
Yeah.
We'll see what he does this year. Because you got to think they're going to go offensive lineman.
Sticking with my synopsis. Is that a word I want to use here?
Synopsis, yeah.
He's talented.
He is talented.
I don't know that he's ever going to be good. Very talented. I don't know that he'll ever be good enough to be afraid of. Again, a lot of rushing yards because the guy can't throw. Just my opinion. But we got a whole segment shitting on Bears fans. We're definitely going in on that one.
Yeah.
I kind of want to bring up the Darnell Washington stuff at some point.
What about him?
I think it might be a thing. That's another guy. So I looked into it. Look into it, Eddie Bravo voice. And it turns out the Detroit Lions, majority of the players they draft were all players like they visited. Darnell Washington now on the schedule to visit Detroit Lions. He's already been like rumored to be there a couple times. I found a way for it to fit. I guess some conversations, some light combos. The Detroit Lions celebrate their 90th anniversary as a team this season. That's sweet, I guess. You might as well wait 10 more years for the 100th.
Yeah.
All right.
I got a take for that one.
Okay. Our guy Nick, we have his mock draft.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Tailgate Wins. Supposed to. I think he sent it to you.
Did he? Oh,
yeah, you were in a meeting, to be fair. And then, speaking of Justin Fields, I don't know if he's in your top 5 quarterbacks for the NFC. Because I believe he's in the top 5 quarterbacks for the NFC for a certain publication. And we're going to react and review and go over that one. I'm pretty sure that's ludicrous. From if it's a list I see. It's absolute ass, but it is what it is. Speaking of NFC North teams, the Vikings are shopping Kirk Cousins.
Yep.
That's what's up, man. All right. Well, that's what we got on the show prep today. I gave it all out there.
I don't think you're going to like that Vikings are shopping Kirk Cousins.
I'm not going to like it?
No, I don't think so.
Why? Oh.
We'll save it for the show.
Okay, we'll save it for the show.
But first of all, Chris, you got that video of Will Levis?
Dude.
Play that shit. This is the nastiest shit I've ever seen
I really
in my
don't
life.
want to play this,
Play
but
it.
I will.
This is what you'd be entrusting your franchise to? Dog. What the fuck? What is this? He's eating the banana with the peel on, and the Browns. It's an old ass banana. Like, when you had bananas like that,
you didn't eat them.
What do?
You chop them up and you put them in your cereal.
No. Then no. If you had bananas like that are that past date, I don't know, not expired, or you throw them out, or you put them in the freezer and you save them for banana bread,
or you throw them at somebody,
or you do that, but you don't eat them with the peel on. Monkeys don't even eat bananas with the peels. Will Levis, you're an idiot. What are you doing? You eat bananas with the peels. You put mayo in your coffee. Like what?
Well, look at it one time. Did you see the tweet with it too?
Yeah.
I don't fear the brown spots on the bananas. They fear me.
Yeah, this guy is a
savage. That's a savage response.
That is a dirtball activity. Like
that does not make sense.
Does not make sense. That is Chewbacca. Like, this is something that I don't know. I don't want to go too hard on this, but
no, go hard.
No, I was gonna say something
cousin related or
what? Like, this is cousin activity
for sure.
Will Levis is a guy that pours the milk before the cereal. Will Levis is a guy that pours the milk before the cereal.
You know what reminds me of?
Add that to the list. The guy is a weirdo, man.
And I'm gonna buy Chris some time here too, because what it reminds me of is a certain somebody who was. By the way, if we look at the video, he looks like an absolute like tool bag.
Yeah, he's
Like not even
frat bro.
He already looks the part, but when you do like weird shit like that, that's frat bro behavior. Like that's like that weird, behavior. Like you, look at me, is this funny, guys? And it's
he's
like
got
that's
a Saturdays
not
for the boys
funny.
Flag in his room for
that's
sure.
That's fucking
Absolutely.
gross.
And a box full of unused condoms.
Tell me this isn't fucking Will Levis right here. Pull this thing up, Chris. Fat from Blue Mountains. Tell me this is not. He's literally this guy that is brought to life in the quarterback position.
That is the same thing.
Fucking same build, same hair color.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows? Maybe he ends up. He's gonna be like one of those. What's the word I'm looking for? Will Levis. He's
gonna be like a Jay Cutler.
Not Jay Cutler, but like
Kyle Orton.
I almost want to say like
more Bears quarterbacks.
I can't think of the word. But like one of those guys everyone like roots for. He'll have like some big moments.
Underdog.
But he's like all the time.
Cult
like,
hero.
Cult hero. There you go.
Yeah.
He's gonna be one of those. You know what I'm saying? Like things of legend. Like just randomly he's gonna have fucking go off and just be like have the most amazing games.
Will Levis just threw for 500 yards and 5 touchdowns.
Exactly. But he'll consistently be like
he's
shit.
Gonna be like a Jameis Winston.
Yes. There you go.
Yeah.
That type of. That's how I see his career playing out.
Okay.
He's gonna have some big moments. He's gonna have some big games. I don't want to say big moments. Just big games. And then the rest of it's gonna be kind of mid. But I don't know, man. I feel like. Again, this is like big frat bro behavior. Like he may even get canceled.
Hey, Marcelo Ventura, pineapple's good on pizza. All right, like.
Yeah, I mean
I'll eat pineapple on pizza.
I don't hate it.
I'll eat pineapple on it. I love pineapple. Pineapple is a top 3 fruit.
For sure.
Period.
For
what are your top 3 fruits?
Period.
Period. What are your top 3 fruits? I know mine.
What is this, fucking BDE?
Yeah. What are your top 3 fruits?
Pineapple's definitely up there. Pineapple, pear, and
I've been eating pears and shit. Shout out to all the pear. And what was the third one?
Pud.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, pineapples, pears, and
big peas.
I don't know. Yeah, pushing P.
Mine's pineapples, blackberries, and cherries.
It's fair. Pear, you don't like pears like that?
I like pears. I'd rather have an apple than a pear.
Ooh, peach.
Peaches are good.
Peaches are good.
What about cuties?
Get my peaches out in Georgia. Cuties are fire.
Yeah.
By the way, like
clementines.
I feel bad for like oranges. Like the cuties are just like they're so much easier to peel.
Yeah, and they're better.
You get the same set of.
I'd never eat orange if there's a cutie on the table.
Anyway, Seb's talking about our favorite fruits. I want Chris to get on this one. You see the mid-off?
Watermelon's up there too. Yeah.
Going off between Kyle Kuzma and Spencer Dinwiddie?
Yeah, here,
Oh,
I
man.
bookmarked the tweet so I can read it.
Okay. You got it pulled up?
Yeah, let me grab it right
I
here.
seen all of Kuzma's response. I didn't see the initial tweet.
Well, it
Dinwiddie.
was a video.
Okay.
It was of Spencer Dinwiddie talking about Kyle Kuzma and saying like he doesn't like how he's handling fame and how he's doing stuff like that because he's too rich and he's flaunting his stuff. And then Kuzma went after him on Twitter. And he said he's got a lot of things to say, so he's going to make his points. He said, 1, insecurity is loud. The Wizards and I have so much real estate on Din Shitty Island. This guy got signed by a team, 60 M's, and was traded before the following season was over. 2, what in the world have you won in this league? LOL, you've been bounced around like a basketball, my boy. 3, you can thank KD and Kyrie for spearheading 34 wins before the All-Star break, 11 and 13 after the break for your playoffs. 4, second option, more like second point guard. LOL, my man. I watched you for 2 months at the end of your Wizards tenure, being the second option, averaging 8, 4, and 4. Sounds good, but glad you're hooping now. 5, and yep, I got a bag coming. Stop hating. And then 6, last but not least, the only way you'll ever be worth your contract is if the NBA finally gives you the wish of getting paid in crypto. Check the markets. Stonk's going down.
Stomp.
Boom.
Yeah.
Roasted.
Stomp.
Yeah, he went after him. He went after him.
Why is this a thing? Why
I don't know, man.
Why they got beef right now? Chris, are
don't
you
get it.
familiar or what?
It's a mid-off.
No. I think
It is a
it's
bit.
got to do something with Washington because I know Spencer rubbed some elbows the wrong way in Washington. He was not
Damn
very
right I
liked.
did.
He was not very liked when he left. So I believe that's something to do with it. But what that tells me, and the only thing I care about, is that Kuzma's probably staying with Washington. And I was starting to get my hopes up of him coming to Detroit. It's not all the way out, but
Why would
sounds
you
like,
want? You want Kuzma?
Yeah, for sure. I think he's a good player, and I think at the price tag you'll get him. I think it's
We have
it's
6.
good.
I wouldn't mind Kuzma.
Yeah.
It's not like a want, but
So
it's
many
like
front court players, though.
you play
He's a
3 a little
4.
bit.
I think you need multiple 3s and 4s on this team.
He can't play 3.
Yeah,
He can play
but
3.
he could
He played
play.
3
He
in
could
LA,
play the
didn't he?
4. He could play the 4. But I would like a pairing of some combination of Jeremy Grant,
pairs.
Kuzma, Middleton, 2 of those 3. With $54 million, you could afford 2 of those 3. You get 2 of those 3 with Bojan. Now you're cooking on the wings. Maybe even Brandon Miller if you miss out on Wembanyama. You're cooking. I like that.
I'm smooth on Kuzma.
Pears, peaches, pineapples, and plums. They all start with P.
Plums
They're
are
amazing.
good. Plums are real good.
Did you get the other picture? There's 2 more actually in there. We can get to the break if you did it.
I don't got them yet, but
All
I
right.
see them now.
I
This
like
shit
plums.
is wild. This next one.
Is it more Will
We'll get
Levis
to it
shit?
when we get- It's not more Will Levis shit. What did you say, JB?
Do we say strawberries?
Strawberries
Strawberries
are
pretty
up there.
good.
Strawberries are high.
Strawberries. Sometimes they're like
We didn't
tart.
say grapes.
You know
I
what
love
fruit?
grapes.
Grapes are
Grapes,
fire.
Yeah.
grapes are fire.
Grapes are fire.
Salted watermelon. Have you ever had salted watermelon?
Never got it.
Yes.
Yeah. That's how my granny ate them. But like,
Bro, it's so
not
good.
for me. I'd rather watermelon just straight up.
I mean,
throw some salt.
no,
on there.
throw some
You
salt
ever
on
put the
there.
sugar on a strawberry? Not a lot, but a
Yeah,
little
a little bit.
fire.
Salted watermelon's crazy, but you know what fruit I hate?
What?
Raspberries.
Why?
They're fuzzy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like I don't want to eat a fuzzy fruit. That's weird.
I only like them when they're flavored with something. Like, you know what I mean?
You got
Like
that
in,
picture
like
or
a
no?
snack or something. I got one of them right here.
because I got that's up the perfect
I'm
transition.
so
from it.
confused.
What?
I have no idea what this is.
Oh, you're gonna like this.
Is it like?
You're gonna like this.
Is that
Speaking of
batty?
fuzzy fruits.
Oh,
Oh,
who's,
not this. You should do the other ones first. You fucking
Oh
up.
my god.
You
who's
fucking
Worf?
up, Chris.
Who are you comparing to Worf right now?
Throw it up, Chris.
What is that supposed to be?
Whoa, my man fucked it up a little bit. It's all right though.
Yeah.
It's all right though. Eh,
Oh,
Bro, look at the fucking eyebrows and everything right now.
yeah, bro's got a noggin.
Fade back to the other one real quick. Just real. Come on, bro.
Bro's got.
That is weirdly fucking accurate.
Go back to Dylan Brooks.
Fam, how did you?
Bro's got a noggin, dude.
Looks like he's got 2 sets of eyebrows.
Dog, you see the dimples in the fucking forehead there?
Yeah.
That has to be photoshopped.
The dimples?
This is his forehead. It's huge. That's like Peyton Manning-esque forehead.
It's a 5 head and a 6 foot man. So
That's
it's
an
like
8
a
head.
7 foot
That's a
head.
big
Yeah,
ass
it's a
head.
7 head. All right, tell us about Planet Fitness.
Jesus, man. I will. Because Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone where you can work out in a non-intimidating, judgment-free atmosphere. The gym that has always been known for being clean is now cleaner than ever. You can get a full-body workout in just 30 minutes and a 30-minute circuit. And all memberships include fitness training. You can get all that for just $10 a month. But you can't pull up the Planet Fitness and forget the perks. Because with the Black Card, you get use of amenities such as unlimited tanning, hydro massage chairs, total body enhancement, along with access to over 2,000 locations worldwide, and unlimited guest privileges. So join in club or online at planetfitness.com. It's Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
The only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. You know, because we win. Woodward Sports, Detroit's winning sports network.
You're about to be shell-shocked. The catch of the day is in. Big Boy Seafood Fest is officially back. Join us for some of your favorites like our popcorn shrimp and pike perch platters and our classic fish and chips. This year, we've reeled in some fresh catches like our shrimp alfredo, shrimp stir fry, and our fish sandwich. And especially, don't forget about our all-you-can-eat Friday night fish fry buffet. Every day is a fish fry at Big Boy.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Olafson, DC, the founder of the Custom Health Centers, and we've helped thousands of people learn how easy it is to lose weight and keep it off with our customized weight loss and body contouring programs.
With Custom Health, you don't feel hungry, you eat well. My name is Simeon Timbuk, and I lost 71 pounds on the program.
Call us at 844-789-THIN or visit CustomHealthCenters.com for a free consultation and get started for as little as $5 a day.
Get a shot up. This is for the win. All of Detroit's sports teams live on Woodward. All of Detroit's sports coverage lives on Woodward Sports. Driving the best in Detroit sports coverage.
What up, though? Welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my guy Spin Mo Rex.
What up, though?
We got young Chris, JB Smooth. We're rocking along on a Wednesday. Big show to pack for you. I say big teams. Yeah, I couldn't mix the two words. If you guys haven't already, please make sure you hit the like button. 5-star review on all podcast platforms. And please feel free to call in, especially when we're shit on the Bears. All right, all day call in and feel free to shit on the Bears. Matter of fact, if you're a Bears fan, you got something to shit. You got something to talk. Let's hear it. I want to hear all. And by the way, the history shit, that makes it even more embarrassing. You've been getting your ass whooped by the Detroit Lions.
Mangoes are an underrated fruit. Just saying.
All right, so start off, man, because you got the Lions as the 4th best odds to win the NFC.
Yeah.
What we got on that one, man?
So we had the graphic for it. It was, I believe, 49ers, Eagles, and Cowboys were the only teams ahead of the Detroit Lions to win the NFC. So we, last year, had the 4th best odds to win the NFC North?
Uh-huh.
And now this year, the Lions have the 4th best odds to win the NFC.
It only makes sense.
You think that's a little too much? You think that sounds right?
Yeah, I think it does. If I'm buying everything we saw last year for what it's worth, then yeah. And like football, sometimes it could be like one of those like luck games where like, I mean, in instance, I know I've been talking shit about the Chicago Bears, but in all reality, in Chicago, you know, if it weren't for Hefe's like pick 6, you know, the shit was all bad. It was not looking good. Jared Goff wasn't having a great game. Our defense was struggling to contain Justin Fields, but ultimately we got away with it. But the rest of the season was consistency. Like those 8 out of 10 wins, like those were consistent ass whoopings or consistent competitive like matchups, and against good teams at times too. I mean, the Jaguars, which were a playoff team, came here in Detroit,
clapped that ass,
got clapped.
Yeah.
Pause. Yeah, for sure. Shove the mango in there. Something freaky.
Yeah.
Did what we
Mango,
wanted to them.
Couple peaches.
Yeah.
Strawberry.
They were into it.
My friend used to have a wild video on his iPod about it.
What?
He like the jailbroken iPod. He has some crazy ass porn in there.
Homemade or what?
No, it was
off the internet.
It's nasty. It's gross.
But either way, anyway. That's what the youngest defense in the league last year, which we also seen turn around throughout that season. I mean, you sprinkle a little bit of CJ, DJ in there. You sprinkle a little bit of Cam Sutton in there. You sprinkle a little bit of year 2 Malcolm, year 2 Aiden, year 2 James Houston. Lee McNeil. I don't know how much more he continue to grow, but I think he's going to grow.
Walker.
Return of Tracy Walker. John Kaminsky's back now.
2 first-round picks.
You get a full offseason of a healthy, hopefully knock on wood, healthy Romeo Okwara.
Jameson Williams.
Julian Okwara had some moments last year too. And just like Dan Campbell said in the press conferences, we haven't even drafted yet.
Yes.
We haven't even drafted yet.
And you're basically getting 3 first-round picks because Jameson Williams is going to be healthy and ready to go.
Exactly. And the thing, too, is, like, it's not like, last year's draft where you're kind of being a little bit patient, right? Because you're going through, like, the rebuild process. And just like Sheila Ford said, we're expecting this to take some time. And that's why you drafted Jameson Williams, because you're cool with sitting out that first, however many games, 10 games, because, like, we didn't know if we were truly going to be competing in that situation. But this year we are. So now I fully expect whatever pieces they do acquire in this draft class are going to contribute almost immediately. Yeah. Or at least we're looking for pieces that can contribute immediately to, again, everything that I just spoke to you. And I was only talking about the defense.
So you don't think they're getting a quarterback?
Nothing like the possibly, obviously, they get the quarterback if one falls there and he's looking at him. But I'm just saying, like, majority of the pieces they're going to acquire this year. I mean, even James Mitchell last year, who was injured with the ACL when they took him in the 4th or 5th round. I just don't think, like, we're not going to see a lot of those types of picks in this year's draft class. Yeah. Levi Onwuzurike had, like, his hip and back issue. Pascal had his hip issue, too. I just don't think those are the type of players we'll be taking unless they have, like, super, super high ups, a hidden hooker or something like that, And, yeah, I think the Detroit Lions are worthy of that 4th best odds. Matter of fact, you could maybe, if you want to get a little freaky with it, maybe even 3rd best odds.
Could be 3rd.
I'm not as high on everybody else as the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm the Philadelphia Eagles.
How long before they pass Philadelphia or Dallas? Because I think that's happening at some point this season.
They're going to bet them into it. Lions fans will bet them into it. You keep putting money on the Lions, they're going to keep going up.
Chris, you talking about, like, the odds are, like, through, like, just real life, you'll take them over those teams.
I mean, I'm already there personally taking them over those 2 teams for the reasons we outlined. Philadelphia losing a lot of people, Dallas not being that great. But overall, I'm looking at this and just basically saying that I feel like before the season starts, Detroit's going to climb at least one more spot in this fan favorite.
Yeah. JB already got the bread on him. Well, I want JB's, like, personal odds. You don't have to give us, like, plus 300, but, like, just rank, like, your favorites to win the NFC, and don't feel obligated to put the Lions first. I know you put yourself in that corner, but, like, real life, like, top 4 teams in the NFC, 1 through 4.
Realistically, yeah, the Lions are up there. I don't know if they're going to be 1 or 2, but they're going to be one of those, regardless. Philly, I think I'm still kind of hoping out on them, but other than that, like, I really don't see anybody else.
1 through 4, rank them.
Out of those 4?
Yeah.
Philly, Detroit. Who are the last 2 on that list?
San Fran and Dallas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chicago. Or, sorry, Dallas,
Chicago.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Dallas is 4. Dallas shouldn't even be on this, but whatever. Give me San Fran 1, Detroit, and Philly.
Okay.
I like it.
Yeah, I'd probably say the same.
Honestly, I'd probably say the same, too. Although, I don't know, man. Dallas just got Stephon Gilmore. Well, actually, Tony Pollard's going to miss what?
They got Dakota Rain Prescott, though.
I did hear that guy was all right. Dak.
Neil calls him Rain Dakota. Speaking to his government.
Is his first name Rain?
Yeah.
Rain Dakota Prescott.
Rain Dakota Prescott.
What a first name.
Who must hate their kid?
Yeah, who names your kid Chris?
Yeah.
Stupid.
Is there a question why he doesn't go by Rain, like Rain Prescott?
Yeah, because it's Rain.
Would you
want to go by Rain?
I wouldn't, but I'm
you don't even go by Jeremy.
I know, I go by
If
Jeremy.
he went by Rain, he'd end up being like a R&B singer, not a football player.
In a cold Dakota rain. Good song.
Oh, it's a real song.
Kentucky Rain, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's an Elvis song.
And no shots at the Prince, but I feel like if it's Rain, it's only fitting you go out on purple. Yeah. He'd been a different. He'd have been the sweet one for the Dr. Pepper commercials. That's what Dak Prescott would have been in another life.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Love Rain. Little sweet coming through on a water fountain. Those are funny.
You're ranking your NFC teams the same way as JB?
Same way as JB, yeah. San Fran number 1. I don't know if I can go Lions 2, though. I'd probably go San Fran 1, Philly 2, Lions 3.
And I'm cool with that, too.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not Well, I mean, praying on the downfall of all teams in the NFC. I want the Detroit Lions to go and have their opportunity, especially I could talk more shit to the Bears fans. But I think I could see Philly falling out. I'm not saying it's for sure going to happen, but I can just see the pieces they lost this offseason. It's a possibility that they're not as good as they were last year. And they still might pay what's his name too. Although that contract's probably not going to hit until next year?
Jalen Hurts. Yeah. Oh, they're going to have to pay him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that won't hit until his original one expires. It'll be like a Josh Allen thing where it's just looming in the background, like $50 million.
Yeah.
And just as soon as it hits, boom, and we traded everybody.
Yeah.
$50 million.
That's what's happened to the Bills right now.
Great drop.
I mean, people like to shit on the idea of it, but you literally heard the Bills manager point blank say what's the difference for you guys in the Bengals right now? He's like, well, they have Joe Burrow on a rookie contract. That kind of helps them out a bit, and it's true. It's true.
Imagine if the Bills had T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, and Tyler Boyd.
Yeah.
They got Stephon Diggs, but then, Gabe Davis is hit or miss. He's boom or bust. They had the corpse of Cole Beasley for a little while.
Aaron S. in the Woodward Sports Chat says the 49ers have a suspect quarterback situation. I don't know that I agree to that.
Yeah, you love Trey Lance.
I love Trey Lance's prospect for sure. And you saw Brock Purdy, obviously he's very capable of getting things done too. And
Kyle Shanahan can make it work.
He really can.
He can make it work with anybody. You could put Milt Plum out there, and Kyle Shanahan will make it work.
And I wish it would rain.
Dakota rain.
All that stuff. My bad.
Dakota rain.
We could play fucking quarterback for
some
them
stay dry and others feel the pain. Dakota rain.
Chocolate rain. Something pain.
Some stay dry and others feel the pain. Chocolate rain.
What is that song about?
Chocolate rain? I don't know.
Do you know what that song's about, JB?
I have no idea.
Why'd you ask him?
I don't remember it, but
God, he's old enough.
I remember doing the Tosh.0 did the web redemption.
I remember that too.
With the chocolate rain.
That's actually the guy's voice.
Did he redeem himself?
He actually talks like that.
All the time.
Like how? Yeah.
Hello.
Yes.
How are you?
You remember Fitty Tyson?
Yeah, I'm Fitty Tyson.
Yeah. Dude, Fitty Tyson.
What the fuck? What was his line? I'm so tired. Who am I thinking about?
I don't know.
I'm thinking about some kid I knew right in high school.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm so and so. I'm so tired.
God,
I was like, bro, what?
The rap you sent me.
Go take a fucking nap, fam.
The rap you sent me that one time.
Which one? Riley Reid has a rap out there. It's wild.
Oh, I bet.
It is wild.
That shit probably gets real weird, but
gets real weird for sure.
Tell us about Swiss Insurance. I do the whole read like that.
Swiss Insurance is where you need to go for your personal and business protection. Hit my guy Mark at SwissINS.com. Again, email him at mark@SwissINS.com. This is Woodward Heavyweights. We'll be right back at the like button. Battery's not cool.
You've heard of Gordon Ramsay. You've heard of Bobby Flay. But Thursday night Master Chef Brad Holmes will be in the kitchen with all of the ingredients needed to make a great dish on draft night. Join Woodward Sports for our 3rd annual Woodward Sports Draft Party live at 5th Avenue in Royal Oak. The past 2 years, these parties have been standing room only, so get your tickets early at eventbrite.com. Don't miss out on all the fun with Braylon Edwards, Ryan Ermanni, Neil Rule, Darren McCarty, and the entire Woodward Sports crew. The party starts at 7:30 p.m. Don't miss the biggest draft party in the Motor City, brought to you by the biggest network, Woodward Sports.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1, what's your why? More epic energy, better sleep, blow off steam? Step 2, join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3, bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
Have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper, tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
The
Fold up,
Foaling
fold up.
Warehouse in Hamtramck
That's how we
is the
fall
home
out.
of the original football bowling
Fold up,
pin
fold
game
up.
called Foaling.
That's how we fall
Multiple
out.
different ways you can play.
Fold out.
They've got
Fold
$12
up, fold
open
up.
unlimited play
That's how we
and
fall out.
private lane reservation
out.
for $120. If you get thirsty, they have a $2 mystery beer vending machine and multiple fully loaded bars for you to choose from. So make sure you go check them out in Hamtramck or visit them online at FoalingWarehouse.com.
Hello and welcome back to WoodwardSports.com.
Talk with
I am
Ray.
Ty Eazy, joined by
stars.
my partner Spin, Sir Morgan Rackster,
What up, though?
Christopher Plate in the TD booth, JB
Four
Smooth on
stars.
the ones and twos. Hit the like button if you will, and 5-star review if you kill. You know what I'm saying? So the weather.
That's a pretty good white guy voice.
Thanks.
Life like this sure is sweet, isn't it?
Welcome back to Big D Energy. No, I'm sorry, I'm joking. I'm joking. All right. It's time to go in.
Uncle
What?
Snoop 48231 says, no matter what voice Eazy trying to do, dog sounds like Joe Swanson. All right, Peter. It's me, Joe Swanson, your
can see that.
paraplegic neighbor, who is also a cop.
Arrest Justin Fields.
That dude,
What?
that was good.
That just now?
Yeah, that sounded a lot like Joe Swanson.
Thanks.
Keep
Hey,
going.
It's me. Joe. I'm not your fucking whore.
Keep
That's that
go-
guy.
Keep going.
It's Chris.
I was
Throwing
trying to
peanuts
be
at me.
DJ Khaled.
Keep going.
Keep
Oh, I
going.
still gotta see that video of him pulling up on the golf
Oh,
course.
yeah, I'll find that later.
Anyway.
That was good, though.
I want to continue this deep dive into Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears. Everyone, what do they call it? Chicagoland? What a fucking joke. Everyone in that place seems to think this guy is it. He's him. This guy, Justin Fields. I posed the question earlier in the show. Can you name me a top-tier quarterback that landed the #1 overall pick while healthy? Trevor Lawrence was one in his rookie year with Urban Meyer. I think that's the only name we came up with. Outside of that, it was absolutely no one. Guess who successfully did that last year, Smitty? Justin Fields. Justin Fields did that. Justin Field fielded the field and didn't feel his feels because he didn't do that well. But he spun his wheels and he ran.
Yeah, so, hey, Bears fans out there,
Suck a
right
dick.
here.
Fuck
right
off.
here.
Fuck you, Bears.
You guys fucking talking shit, posting highlights from Elves. Oh, look at Justin Fields. He ran over your guy at the to get a touchdown. Yeah, well, he also threw a pick six and he got fucking lost. And guess what? Then he got popped by 20 in the next game. So keep talking shit. We spent money on linebackers. Yeah, well, guess what? Your offensive line is still dog water. You traded a second-round pick for Chase Claypool, and you drafted Mitch Trubisky over Patrick Mahomes. So please stop.
You shouldn't have been talking
You
shit.
shouldn't have been talking shit, Chicago. Jared Goff's season last year would have been the single greatest quarterback season in the history of the Chicago Bears.
And that's facts.
More passing yards than any quarterback the Chicago Bears has ever thrown for.
And that's
The
facts.
same amount of touchdowns that any quarterback Chicago Bears has ever thrown, and less interceptions.
And that's facts.
So stop it.
Stop it. You want to know how? And then I think Ryan Poles. Like everyone's like riding Ryan Poles' pole.
The Ryan Poles polls.
The polls on Ryan Poles are high.
Say it 5 times fast.
I think the
My balls
opinion
are
of Ryan
high.
Poles are high, and not high like highly regarded. High on fucking drugs.
I don't know if they're riding Ryan Poles or riding Ryan's pole.
They're riding Ryan's
shit,
pole.
Shit's getting bad. Like,
But check this out. Why though? Why they're
I
riding
don't
his
know
pole?
why they're talking so choppy, bro.
Listen, your organization traded away top 2 linebacker in the entire league in Roquan Smith.
Yes.
Because they didn't want to pay Roquan Smith.
$20
Roquan
million.
Smith then goes to the Ravens. Yeah, gets $20 million per year.
Mm-hmm.
Just for a second-round pick.
Second-round pick.
And that same trade deadline, you spent a second-round pick on Chase Claypool.
Yes.
Who's, I don't even know if he's regarded as a number 2 in the league.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
He's had moments.
He could be a
And
number 2, but
he can. That's what we keep saying. It's what, 4 years he's been in the league now?
guess what? Amon-Ra St. Brown's number 1. He's a 4th-round pick, so I'm not trading a second-round pick for a number 2.
You traded a second-round pick for Chase Claypool.
Yes.
That was the only return you got for Roquan Smith because you didn't want to pay Roquan Smith, who then signed a contract, like you said, worth $20 million per year, just to then in the offseason pay another guy who was lesser in production $18 million.
I think he's going to be a very good player. I like him a lot. but-
18. You let the better guy go, who by the way is just as young,
Yes.
for a $2 million difference.
Mm-hmm.
And then I asked him today, like, you guys, and I was being honest at this point. I'm like, I'm done talking shit. I want an honest reaction to like this whole scenario that you just let go of like a top 2 guy for fringe top 10 guy.
Fuck the Bears.
And then they're like, well, you got 2 guys for the price of him that were technically higher graded. Like, fuck your higher grades, by the way. Like, Jared Goff was a 20th ranked quarterback. Do I agree with that? No. Am I in love with Jared Goff? No, but he's not the 20th ranked quarterback. Fuck the grades. I give a fuck about the grades. Fuck the grades and the Bears.
He was the best quarterback in the North last year, easily.
You paid a lesser product.
Well,
$18 million, bro. Only a $2 million difference. And he signed T.J. Edwards. That was another excuse. Well, we got T.J. Edwards because we could afford it. No. You paid T.J. Edwards $6 million a year.
Yeah.
You still could have signed T.J. Edwards and had Roquan Smith. And then what you got back from, again, you turned that into Chase Claypool.
Who
did nothing for you. You want to say he's a weapon and Justin Fields could throw the football. Why the fuck did it happen? Because they were on the field last year together.
Yeah, they were.
Darnell Mooney's a hell of a receiver, too. I know he had his injuries, too.
Yeah.
I like Darnell Mooney a lot. But come on. The Bears, they really think there's somebody up. They think they're doing something
Their
over
fans
there?
are talking choppy.
It's
really
wild
choppy.
to me.
And, like, I wasn't talking choppy after the Lions won 3 games last year. I don't know why the fuck the Bears are talking choppy like that. Like, I guess it's just Chicago and, like, maybe that Green River got to you guys and seeped in your drinking water and now you're acting loopy. But, like, come on now. Come on. You won 3 games last year. Lions swept you. They're going to do it again next year. They're going to sweep you again next year. So just relax. Relax, Bears fans, because you're lower on the pecking order. You might be better than the Packers this year.
I'm not even buying it. I'm not buying into shit with the Bears.
Yeah.
They're in the show me category. The Detroit Lions were once in the show us category too. But the Bears most definitely are in the show us category. I don't give a fuck about Justin Fields. Until he shows me he can throw the football consistently, I'm not scared of the guy who can only run. No offense. It was a guy that we once believed could be a guy, but Malik Willis can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you just let him like run, I mean Justin Fields obviously bigger body guy.
Faster.
Yeah, let me be more respectful of Justin Fields' ability to run the football. He's pretty fucking elite at running the football. He's broken like Michael Vick records. But you want to know why, Smitty? Because he can't throw it.
Mm-hmm.
He can't throw the football. And this is how like fucking incompetent your organization is, in my opinion. And this is why I don't believe in the Bears doing anything. I don't care about them signing Tremaine Edmonds. I don't care about them trading back to number 9 unless they get Jalen Carter. I'll be a little bit pissed then. But I don't care about the money. I want to see competent moves made out of it. You could have all that stuff available to you, but you need to make competent moves following that. But what I see now, the Chase Claypool situation, not a competent move in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
What I see now, the Roquan Smith situation, just to pay another guy who's lesser production, just nearly the same amount of money, was not a competent move in my opinion. Then you hire before any of that. So you have a rookie quarterback, a young quarterback, right? You want to develop him into a weapon. You want him to be the best he can be. Quarterback's like the number 1 position for your organization in almost all of sport.
Mm-hmm.
You hired a defensive coordinator as your head coach.
Yes.
That was the fucking brilliant idea. That's a light that went off your head. Like, yeah, I'm gonna hire a defensive coordinator to help mold Justin Fields. Why? How?
I don't know.
How?
I don't know.
Get a fucking quarterback group. What are you doing? Get an offensive. That's the way the league's trending. In first
It is
of all,
the way the league's trending. You don't want a defensive guy in there. You want a guy that is an offensive genius, a guy that can make things. The NFL isn't about defense anymore. The NFL is about offense. It's about making plays and scoring points. And I will respect Justin Fields to this point. I'm not going to tarnish Justin Fields just yet because I do think he'll be a good player. I do think he could be a good quarterback. I do think if you give him sufficient time in the pocket and receivers on the outside, he'll be able to make some plays through the air. But Bears fans got to chill. Like, you got to chill. Big time. He was the worst quarterback in the division last year. Can't say he wasn't.
Who, Goff?
No, Justin Fields.
Like the biggest?
The worst quarterback in the division last year.
Yeah. As I say, he can't throw. Like I don't. You could tell me he hasn't had weapons. But I've seen Darnell Mooney produce with Andy Dalton. It's like if Andy Dalton, if that's like the throwing level of Justin Fields, which I guess he's been to the playoffs and won divisions. I don't know, dude. He's a backup quarterback at the end of the day.
They started talking about WNBA on Morning Wood today.
I can't say. We're not going down that rabbit hole. Are you afraid of the Bears? Are you?
I'm not afraid of the Bears. Not yet.
You see yourself being afraid of the Bears? Like,
I can. Yeah.
What is scary about them?
If they build an offensive line and get a number 1 wide receiver, they could be a scary team.
Even they had a fucking number 1 wide receiver. This guy, I guess I can see the offensive line.
Like I said, I'm not as low on Justin Fields as you are. I think Justin Fields can be a dude. And I think he can make plays with his arm given time in the pocket. His offensive line was dog shit last year. And no matter how good you are as a quarterback, if you don't have an offensive line, you're not going to be able to throw the ball very well.
It just feels very, I already mentioned the name, but Malik Willis-y to me at the end of the day.
I think that's a little disrespectful, but
it is disrespectful. But again, I mean, 2 years' time now, like, I feel like we should see something. It's not like you're brand new to the players that are on the team. You should already have established chemistry at this point. Like, to put it to you this way, and I guess I had to factor in the fact that Jared Goff doesn't run the football. But Jared Goff didn't have shit to work with. Not much. I mean, Amon-Ra came on, I guess, later in the season. But Jared Goff didn't have too much to work with. Yeah.
He had a terrible year.
He had a terrible year, but still better than Justin Fields.
He still had a great offensive line.
Still, like Justin Fields, I just, you got to be doing something. Again, throwing the football, running the football, he's him. Throwing the football, I got to see it. I got to see it, especially if Chase Claypool is supposed to be something I'm supposed to be scared of.
I'm not scared of Chase Claypool.
I like Darnell Mooney. That's a guy that's worthy of being afraid of. And now DJ Moore, we're gonna find out. DJ Moore did carve up Jeff Okudah, but guess who's no longer here? Jeff Okudah. Guess who's here now? Emmanuel Mosley, Cam Sutton, CJ GJ. I ain't scared of these boys. But who we got on the phone though, JB?
We got Drew. You guys want him?
Drew,
yeah, bring him on
send
in.
Him through. What up, Drew?
Hey,
How you
guys.
feeling, man?
What up, though, Drew?
I'm doing good. How are you guys doing?
Good, man. Thanks for calling in.
Good. Yeah. I'll be honest. I called in before I even pulled the show up, so I'm not totally sure what you guys are talking about right now. So I'm sorry if this is off topic, but want to get your thoughts on something I've been thinking about with probably the 6th pick, but it's really centered around a position. I would love if the Lions could get Devon Witherspoon or just one of those top tier cornerbacks, and it's not just out of need, although that is obviously important. I'm thinking back to something that Darius Slay said. I think it's him. Didn't Darius Slay credit his first year or two here? He credit a lot of his growth to the other cornerback. I think it was Mathis.
Yeah,
who he played under.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's openly talked about how that guy helped him tremendously. I don't know the details as to how, but for a little while now, I've been thinking to myself, and I thought this about Okudah too. He's gone now, but I was thinking it would be awesome to get some young guys in here that don't have a lot of experience but got a lot of potential to sit under or play alongside Mosley, Sutton, and Gardner-Johnson. Just because I certainly don't expect all three of them to be back. I don't even know if 2 of them will, I don't know. Yeah, I guess it would just be all 3. I don't expect all 3 of them to, so I kind of look at this as like an awesome opportunity. You've got these studs coming in. Get Witherspoon at one time, keep Okudah, and let them play alongside of them. And then next year, when they can't renew all 3 of their contracts, they've at least had that opportunity to play with those guys and hopefully learn something, kind of like Slay was saying about Matt. What's your thought on that?
Yeah, I appreciate you for calling in, Drew, and you make a very good point. Like, there is a need now for a young cornerback with longevity because of all of those guys being on 1-year deals. You have Cam Sutton for a couple years, but you look at CJ GJ's on a 1-year deal, Emmanuel Mosley's on a 1-year deal. After that, you got Jerry Jacobs, and they might do it. They might go out there and reach there. I don't know at 6. I don't think it'll happen at 6. I think if it's going to happen, they're going to trade back from 6. But I wouldn't hate it. I wouldn't hate to bring in a guy, because when Chauncey Gardner-Johnson was originally brought in, he was always the young guy on the team, playing with vets, playing with a Malcolm Jenkins, playing with a Tyrann Mathieu, playing with a Darius Slay, and now he's excited to be on a team full of a bunch of young guys that are hungry. And so, yeah, I think you could definitely teach these guys something.
I think so too. I think I'm with you. I think cornerback is a position in need because long term it's not an answer. We don't have a for sure answer for it. I think Jerry Jacobs will be coming on his free agency this upcoming offseason. Not this upcoming offseason, maybe the next one too. But no, I'm 100% with Devon Witherspoon. I had mock drafts taking him even after all these signings with Jeff Okudah on the team, just because we weren't bringing back Jeff Okudah either. You could have saw this as last year as well. So no, I'm 100% all in on, and if they want to invest in a cornerback in round 1. Or as early as round 1. I appreciate you calling in, Drew.
Yeah, thanks for calling in, Drew. And before we go to break, I got to tell you guys about Lady Jane's, because how would you like to win not one but 2 vehicles of your choice? One for you and one for your wife, your girlfriend, or your best bud. Get to Lady Jane's today for an award-winning haircut and automatically enter for your chance to win, courtesy of Les Stanford Buick GMC of Ferndale. Lady Jane's, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Saturdays at 1 p.m. Make sure you're watching WoodwardSports.com for our new show, Choppy.
He shoots! He scores!
With 4-time Stanley Cup champion Darren McCarty and Michael Gentry. Choppy is taking the Detroit hockey community and giving them a voice. Pros to Joes. You'll get the best Detroit hockey coverage around. Choppy. Saturdays 1 p.m. on WoodwardSports.com.
The Sports Marketing Agency would not be who we are without great community partners like Higuera Health and Carol Zuniga.
It's an awesome opportunity to partner with your organization. Higuera Health is a comprehensive behavioral health organization. We serve children through older adults with mental health, substance use, and developmental disabilities across Western Wayne counties, and really excited to now be in downriver communities as well. Give us a call at 734-458-4601.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side.
Lemieux and McCarty, who've had a good knockdown drag up. There they go, right on the whistle. They were talking to one another.
Woodward Sports.
Welcome back to WoodwardSports.com. I'm your mate, Eazy. It's my guy, Spittin' Borax. We got young Chris in the TD booth. JB Smooth on the ones and twos. If you guys haven't already, please make sure you hit that like button. 5-star review on all podcast platforms. And once again, welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweight Show. On the docket, we have something spicy for you.
Spicy.
Switching it up, Spinny. Actually, no, you actually had something interesting you said.
Yeah.
It's not an interesting topic to me, but if you got something interesting, I want to hear it, because the Lions are celebrating their 90th anniversary as a team this season.
Yeah.
What do you got? What's spicy?
Yeah,
What's
the
spicy
Lions,
about
they're
this?
gonna, this is their 90th season as a team in the NFL. They're gonna go out there and wear a patch on the jersey and all that stuff. Here's a picture of the patch. Looks pretty good. I mean, it's like they had the WCF patch last year, but this is what they have this year, and it's right there. The Lions are proud to announce they're wearing those 90th patches, but I'll say it right now that in the next
decade,
4 seasons, the Lions will have more success as a franchise than they have in the entirety of the Super Bowl era combined. That means more playoff wins. That means division titles. That means them going further in the playoffs and potentially getting to a Super Bowl. So in the next 4 seasons, the Lions will have more success as a franchise when it comes to winning games, winning divisions, winning playoff games than they have in the entirety of the Super Bowl era so far.
Well, I mean, games, numbers-wise, I don't know if they can mathematically do that. But
yes, they can win more playoff games.
Oh, playoff games. You said games. You playoff games in there too.
Games that matter. Playoff games. I don't care about a regular season record if you get bounced to the playoffs. I'm over that. I'm over these teams having 11 wins and everybody feels good and Caldwell and yeah, that's great, and then they get bounced to the playoffs. That shit's not going to fly anymore in Detroit. You have realistic expectations now. You see what you're building. You see what they're sustaining. Go out there and do it. Go out there and win a playoff game. Go out there and win multiple playoff games. Go out there and don't be the fucking laughingstock of the NFL for 50 years. Win your division. Win a playoff game. Get to the NFC Championship. Get to a goddamn Super Bowl. Like, this is the time to do it. You have the window. You have the assets. You have the GM. You have the head coach. Go do it. And they're going to. It's going to be more successful postseason and division title success in the next 4 years than they have since the first Super Bowl.
How many division titles?
In the next 4 years? 3. Packers are falling off a cliff. Vikings are falling off a cliff. The Bears are going to be the Lions of the mid-2010s.
The Bears never made it up the ledge to fall anywhere.
The Bears are going to be the Lions of the mid-2010s in a couple years. In 2 years, when the Bears actually have a decent roster, right now I like what they're doing. They're adding a couple pieces. They're going to win some games, but they're not going to win the division. They'll win 10 games a year, but the Lions are going to win the division.
Yep.
Take that for data.
How do you not?
How could you not? How many? You want to know how many division titles, like modern era division titles, Detroit Lions have in the previous 90 years in the Super Bowl era?
1.
3. Which I agree with you though. I got 100% see them tying that in order to not beating it with 4. 4 is tough to do. Weird things happen. We've seen injuries happen throughout this league, and we don't know if Detroit Lions do take a step forward from Jared Goff, and if that step forward is truly a step forward, step backwards, because as Brad Holmes says, it's easier to get worse at quarterback than it is to get better. I think with the Ben Johnson, here with us, I don't know for how long, but I think with him here, it's kind of like almost a Kyle Shanahan thing. Am I giving him too much credit? Maybe a little bit. Kyle Shanahan's been doing it a long time, and he's been proven record at this point to do it with multiple different people. But I think Ben Johnson has that in him. I think he has that opportunity, especially with this offensive line. Same offensive line he credits. And we have, as of late, we can't shut him out by name, but we've been having a little birdie reach out to us who's kind of plugged in, and he and I, we've been going over like some of the draft visits Detroit Lions have had. And shout out to Booner too. Booner peeked this out even before it even hit my ears from like a legitimate source. The Detroit Lions are going to address the offensive line too. You look at Taylor Decker; he's currently the second highest paid player on this team, a $19 million cap hit this year. Mm-hmm. They're visiting Darnell Wright. They've visited multiple other offensive linemen too. I'm not saying they're going to cut Taylor Decker. I'm not saying they're going to trade Taylor Decker, but I think this offensive line is going to be built to be self-sustaining for quite a long time. And if you're going to continue this journey with Jared Goff as your quarterback, you're going to need a damn good offensive line, because we all know, and in all due respect when I say this, he's not a mobile quarterback. And I don't even mean mobile as like running for 15-yard first downs or anything like that. I mean mobile as like extending the plays and making moves from there.
Yeah.
Can he do it every once in a while? Yes. Equivalent. I don't know if that's a word.
Equate.
Thank you. Equate it to like the home run in baseball.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you can hit him, but there's guys who hit him a lot more, and that's how I feel with Jared Goff with deep balls. That's how I feel with Jared Goff on throwing on the run and all that good stuff. But Brad Holmes is going to build this offensive line self-sustaining. It's going to happen in this draft. It's going to start in this draft class. Matter of fact, start with Penei Sewell, Graham Glasgow, all that good stuff. This is going to be something. Again, if Dan Campbell can replace Ben Johnson, which they're grooming somebody already, this is going to be a self-sustaining team for quite a long time. And a long time in football years is 4 to 5 years, in my opinion. What the Patriots did is we've never seen that replicated.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe, and this never like translated to Super Bowls in our lifetime, but I think we've seen the 49ers bounce back from like being there with Jim Harbaugh to being shitty to back there with Kyle Shanahan. Like that's something that's kind of like you don't see too often. Maybe the Ravens you could point to too, but I think they become that type of organization. I think we had the expectation of them as fans, but Sheila also is going to have the expectation from them as an owner. And when your owner has that type of expectation for you, then shit gets done, because then jobs are on the line. And her first call of action as owner of the Detroit Lions was firing Matt Patricia's bum ass. So she ain't scared to do what needs to be done.
You're fired. The combination of owner and GM, Sheila Ford Hamp and Brad Holmes, will win a Super Bowl in Detroit.
Wow. You talking crazy over there.
I'm not saying next year or anything like that.
You talking crazy
but
over
the combination of Sheila Ford Hamp and Brad Holmes will win a Super Bowl in Detroit.
Are you willing to who's that quarterback?
I don't know. I don't know who's their quarterback. I don't know if I'd love to see Dan Campbell as head coach. I'd love to see Jared Goff a quarterback if it happens, because that means it happened pretty damn soon. I don't think it's good. Like I said, I don't think it's going to happen next year. I don't think it'll happen the year after that. But with Sheila Ford Hamp as the owner and Brad Holmes as the GM, the Detroit Lions will win a Super Bowl.
Could you see you being done with JG?
Possibly, not really, but quite possibly. Again, I don't think it's going to. I'm not saying they're doing it this year. They're doing it next year even, or the year after that. They're building to it. But I've never been more confident in a front office than I am right now with the front office that the Detroit Lions have in place.
And I feel like this year's a big step towards that, and like slamming that sign to your front yard saying, like, soon to be Super Bowl champions. Because we've seen them now at the 9-win season, our first, 500 season in a long time. But now we have to see that translate to the playoff success. And even making the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Like, it feels crazy to say that as fans, but looking at what Brad Holmes does, it just feels like it's a sustained success method. Like, you're building this based off, affordable deals, rookie contracts. It feels like when he has a player, same way Stevie White did it, by the way, who's won a championship in pro sports, at the highest level of his pro sport too, by the way, in the NHL, is if you're losing a guy, I'm not going to lose him for nothing. When you're flipping that back in the draft capital,
coming out of here with something.
That's how you get that sustained success. You get another guy in a rookie deal. Yeah, as a 5th round pick, and you can say who's going to be in the 5th round. In the Israel Adesanya fashion, Brad Holmes fucking knocking him down.
Like Jason Terry with the NBA champions tattoo.
Yeah.
Before it even happened.
Brad Holmes.
I'm about to get the
on his forearm.
I'm about to get the Lombardi Trophy Lions tattoo, and just put 20, so then I could put the actual year it happens whenever it happens.
Yeah. Look, I'm not. I don't want to. I'm not gonna go get you on the Super Bowl thing. I just it's too early for me. I gotta see this year.
Like I said, I'm not going on a limb and saying they're doing it this year or even next year.
Yeah.
In the tenure of Sheila Hamp and Brad Holmes, it's gonna happen.
Paul Thompson, Woodward Sports Chat, says Ray Agnew gets no credit. He's instrumental.
Ray
Agnew's part of that too.
For sure.
Ray Agnew's part of that too. But who's the helm of it all is Brad Holmes. And he's probably making conversations when they're making those trades and whatnot. I gotta believe it's Brad Holmes. But we got much more to talk about. Again, feel free to call in too, guys. Number's 313-552-6322. I want to hear you shit on the Bears. I want to hear if you think Smitty's crazy for saying the Detroit Lions won a Super Bowl and Brad Holmes and Sheila Ford Hamp, which, by the way, I've been getting things right. I want my flowers for giving Sheila her flowers early. Bum ass try to attack me for that one, but not before we tell you about Custom L.
Yeah, are you feeling tired, depressed, or unmotivated? Low sex drive, muscle loss, or belly fat? Testosterone optimization therapy is a safe and effective way to restore your vitality, confidence, and performance, and reduce heart disease. Visit CustomHealthCenters.com today. That's CustomHealthCenters.com.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
You don't have to go to the beach, man. You don't have to get your butt crack full of sand. You just need a little chili peppers, man, to get that glowing beach chili peppers tan.
Join the Pepper Club for all the best deals in town. Plus, they will beat all competitors by $5. ChiliPeppersTanning.com. Hottest bulbs, hottest deals, darkest tans. Your vitamin D headquarters.
You just need a little chili peppers, man.
Since the dawn of moving people, Chevrolet has led the way. The world of transportation is changing. At Feldman Chevrolet, we are leading the charge forward. With every electric vehicle, every mile traveled, one Feldman at a time. The company that puts more Chevys on Michigan roads is now the #1 name for Chevy electric vehicles.
3 NBA championships. Detroit fans were there. 11 Stanley Cups. Detroit fans were there. 4 World Series wins. Detroit fans were there. And that one Lions playoff win in 1991. Yeah, Detroit fans were there. Woodward Sports, where the fans are.
What up, though? Welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my guy Spin Mo Rex.
Hello.
Yo, Chris, JB Smooth, rocking along on a Wednesday. Please, again, if you guys haven't already, 5-star review on all podcast platforms. We're playing catch up. You guys been hooking us up, man. We're almost there. We're almost there. Shout out to everybody who's been leaving those 5-star reviews. You guys are the realest. And again, the like button. Let's get this thing up, man. It's almost 6 o'clock. Isn't we halfway there? We got to be at least at 100 by now, man. But continue out the show, Spinny.
I didn't even like it. There you go. There's an extra.
Yes. Let's go. We got a couple places we can take this, though, because we have our guy Nick, who helps us out cutting our clips, who helps us out just in the back chilling, doing, catching all the breaking news reactions from Booner and Lucas back there. We want some mock drafts, Spinny.
Yeah.
It's mock draft season.
We can't keep doing this mock drafts though. I'm not doing a mock draft every week. You're just gonna see me draft the same players.
We didn't do one last week.
Yeah, Again, I don't want to draft the same players. Like
that's all right.
How many times can I draft Jalen Carter 6th overall?
But you didn't do it last week. You acting like you've been doing it every single week.
I already did 4.
Did you really? There's no way you did 4.
Yeah.
You did 4? Are we at Spinny mock draft 4.0?
5.0. The next one will be 5.0.
Are we really?
Yes.
I don't think I did a 3.0.
You did do a 3.0.
Did I do it? I don't think I did a 3.0.
You did.
We have to check it out. Nonetheless, we have our guy, Nick's mock draft. Do you have a guy for that one, Chris?
Yeah. Is it the one that Lucas sent or the one that you sent?
Use the one Lucas sent.
Use the one
I
Lucas
think that's like
sent?
the more up-to-date one.
Oh, jeez.
I don't know if he's got a full 7-rounder because I guess PFF put a paywall on the rest of the rounds. Let's go. Oh, we got a trade in there.
Oh, I already don't like the trade.
Man.
But it's realistic.
Not
It's not a crazy trade.
Yeah. What is it?
He traded back to the Falcons and got an extra 2nd-rounder.
Okay.
So he traded to 8 and he got the 44th pick.
I'm not mad at that.
No, that's a realistic trade. He took Christian Gonzalez.
Okay.
8th overall. I like that. Miles Murphy at 18.
Okay.
Trenton Simpson with the 44.
All right.
Jalen Hyatt with 48.
I like that.
Keanu Benton with 55.
I like that.
Travius Hodges Tomlinson.
Let's go.
At 81.
Spinning enunciation.
Keaton Mitchell at 152.
Don't know
Clayton
him.
Toon.
Goat.
159.
I feel like Lucas slid his mock draft in here. Who fuck? I'm playing.
Troy Brown. And then Cameron Letu. I'd be cool with that. That's a lot of fucking picks though. Like,
that's why this thing is self-sustaining.
Yeah.
This is sustained success on these rookie deals.
That is a lot of draft picks.
There's a lot of them. And guess what? When it's time to pay some of them, we can't afford it. Oh, you guys like James Houston, huh? You saw that rookie year? Oh, you saw in the 2nd year? You want some of that?
Give me 1st-round pick.
Give me 1st-round pick.
Yeah.
Let me get 1st-round pick. Oh, I have an update too on the Devin White stuff. I didn't even think about this. And of all people, shout out to my guy Booner. He's the one that brought it up. Remember we were talking about like JB said 3rd and a 5th,
Mhm.
and JB actually, I think I'm with you in terms of like value on a Devin White trade, 3rd and a 5th, just because compensation picks. Remember, if the guy's getting like a top 5 contract in the offseason, or if you lost more players than you signed, your team's comped by the NFL.
Yeah.
And you go as high as a 3rd-round pick. He's not always guaranteed to be a 3rd-round pick, but as high as a 3rd-round pick. So you can't get away with the 4th or 3rd unless they just want to be done with them, because they could let him walk and then get a comp pick for it.
Yeah.
And by the way, that's a team that needs some rookie deals.
Yes.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are sliding down. The Bills coming due for them. Although they found a way to sign, I guess Baker's not really getting
How'd you
big
feel
bucks.
about that mock draft though?
Will you throw it up one more time? Throw it out.
Miles Murphy, Christian Gonzalez, Keanu Benton.
I don't hate it. I really don't. I think
Jalen Hyatt, Trenton Simpson.
he got some real nasty value in the middle right there.
Yeah.
I believe with Simpson, Hyatt, Benton on a roll right there. I can't hate that at all. I still like Christian Gonzalez. I'm not as in love with him as I am Witherspoon at this point. It's more so like I think
Even
he's
though
missing.
he knows David Blau.
Yeah, even though he knows David Blau. I think he'll be there as like a specimen. I just don't know if he's going to be as that dog.
Yeah.
That dog we see in my man Devon Witherspoon.
Mhm.
He can still be a smart player, though. Like, with all due respect, I'm not familiar with Cam Sutton's game. So I could be dead-ass wrong right here. I could get clipped and sound like a clown. But, like, is he a dog?
Yeah.
Like, I know he's a smart football player.
He's a dog.
Is he a dog?
He gets after it.
Name like a dog-ass, like, corner that's not a dog.
Yeah.
Can
They
you
gotta
name
be.
any?
No.
They gotta be,
They
right?
gotta be.
You gotta have
Darrelle
that dog
Revis
mentality.
wasn't
When you
really-
get oh yeah,
he
you're
didn't
right.
really talk like that, but
He didn't have to.
he let his game do the talking.
Yeah, it's like you ain't even get the ball thrown your way, fam.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you gonna say to me?
Same with C. Wood, really.
C. Wood.
Charles Woodson.
Yeah, I feel like Charles Woodson talked a little bit.
He talked a little bit, but not
I
like.
think he talked a little bit.
He's not talking like Jalen Ramsey or.
Yeah.
You know.
And I'm not saying like I need somebody to talk to be a dog, but I'm just trying to think like off the top of my head, like,
Yeah.
is there any way that's a dog that's just not? I don't know. I just don't get that vibe from Christian Gonzalez.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not in actual rooms with him either, though, so I could be that like way off. But in his sit-down interviews, by the way, we're gonna have a PFF guy, Connor Rogers, join us at some point. Hopefully next week. I'm aiming for the 17th Monday.
Hell yeah.
Fuck with his show a lot. I like his input. But the same thing too. Like, he had a sit-down interview with Christian Gonzalez. I just didn't. I don't know, man. It was it's too light skinned for me. Just a little
You're
too.
light-skinned.
I know, but it was like but like. It's just different shades.
That's true.
PFF.
Darius tries to say he's light skinned too. I told him he's not. He's mixed. Like,
Yeah. What do you mean? That's light skin.
Yeah, I guess, but like,
what?
You don't get the like Darius. He tries to hit the like advantages of being light skinned, but he doesn't have any advantages because he's ugly and short.
Why you hate on Darius? Darius got light skin advantages. We all got light skin advantages. You got the lightest skin.
Dude. He is rice skinned. He's not light skinned. He is rice skinned. He is Caucasian from the mountains of Caucasus.
I'd give this mock draft for my guy Nick. Tailgate wins. I'm gonna go B plus.
Yeah, I'll go B.
B. JB.
It's a B.
Chris.
B.
Over. We got a caller though.
Yes, I will send you guys Michael.
Michael. How you feeling, Michael?
Hey, what's up, guys?
What up,
I'm
Mike?
feeling good, man. Hey, what's up, guys?
What's going on, man? What do you got to say?
Hey, I just had a question about, I know you guys wanted to talk about shitting on the Bears and, FTB.
Yes, sir.
But I had a question. Is there any concerns about Dan Campbell and his slow start the past 2 seasons?
No.
Because to me, that is an issue.
Yeah, for me, I think the slow starts have a lot to do with the maturity level of this football team and it being younger. Like, for instance, the defense that everyone was trying to kill AG for last year was the youngest defense in the league. And on top of being the youngest defense in the league, everyone on that defense was also new to the system. The only returning players to that defense was Alex Anzalone and Lee McNeil. Everybody else was brand new to it. I think you had a situation there in Minnesota. I don't know if I think that was week 2. No, that was week 3. But you had an opportunity to win that game there too, and it obviously just didn't go your way. I think they learned from those mistakes. I think they're a lot hungrier coming into this year too. It's just a different team. I know they're still very, very young, but I almost want to say they have a veteran mentality going into this one because they were so close last year to the playoff win, and when they had that 8 out of 10 stretch, I think they learned. They matured as a football team, and I don't think you have that in this year's team. I think a lot of the people, even though younger, are going to be leaders in this football team, and they're going to be ready to roll, or they're ready to go. So
they were hungry coming out of that Hard Knocks, though. I think we all were ready to run through a wall for Dan Campbell.
Hungry but young. You know what I'm saying? Like they actually have battle wounds this time, you know?
Okay, so what do you think the one position on defense that they have to address is, that they can't ignore?
Defensive
tackle. Interior defensive
without
line.
a doubt. That is, and it's something that, like, per sources, like scrambling to address too. Not scrambling, that sounds kind of bad, but they reached out about Jeffrey Simmons. Obviously reached out to number 3. Now a lot of people think that's going to be a Will Anderson. I could still see that being a Jalen Carter situation, but I think defensive tackle is definitely a spot that they need to address.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's a good point though to the slow starts. But I attribute it to them being young, just as a team. Year 1, completely young on offense and defense. Year 2, still young on defense. Again, only 2 guys returning in that situation. That's what I attribute it to. But I mean, it's a good point to bring up though.
Yeah.
Who do you want at 6 real quick before we let you go?
What's that?
Who do you want at 6 before we let you go?
Oh, I mean, honestly, Devin Witherspoon.
Yeah. I'm here
I know
for it,
it's kind of unpopular. I like Jalen Carter. There's a lot of baggage with that, but I think that Witherspoon is a dog, and I think that we don't have as much depth as some people think at the cornerback position.
For sure.
100% agree.
Definitely. Appreciate you for calling in, Justin.
You the man.
Yeah.
I appreciate
you guys.
I appreciate calling. I mean,
Yeah.
Is there a concern for you? Slow starts?
I mean, a little bit. I don't think it's really a pattern yet. If it happens this year, I'd be concerned, but I think they'll get off to a good start this year.
I think too, like I guess success in whatever word I'm looking at. Breaking that down as you look at the offense. The offense didn't have that slow start. The offense came out of the gate rolling, and what was lagging behind was the defense. And as the year went on, the defense got again their feet underneath them. You start to see them perform. They become one of the best rushing defenses in the entire league.
Mm-hmm.
And that's without a defensive tackle that we're saying they need to address this year too. So I don't think we see a slow start of the team this year. If they do, I mean, I would be surprised, and I'd also be wrong, but I don't think we'll see it.
The chat's going crazy trying to figure out what ethnicity you are. I said because Emerald
1% Italian.
7 Zimi said Easy's black ? I said Easy's Puerto Rican or Hawaiian, and he said Eazy looks like a white dude. And then I said Easy's Mongolian. People are saying Guatemalan,
Latino,
Hungarian, Latino, Guatemala.
I'll tell you what, we hit 100 likes. I'll spill the beans. I'll
reveal it.
I will literally send my 23andMe to Chris.
Dude, that's
113 likes. 113
That's
likes.
just like.
Let him clone me.
That makes no sense to me.
A bunch of baby goats running around.
That 23andMe shit. Yeah, hey, spit in this fucking vial and we'll figure out what you are. They're probably just throwing darts. They get a vial of spit. Some creepo in there drinks it, and then they just throw darts at a fucking.
Some creepo drinks
it. Yeah, we got some fresh spit.
Turns out.
And then they're just throwing darts at a fucking map.
Yeah. No.
Oh, this is the 3% dart. Throw it somewhere near Africa so white people feel good about themselves. I'm 0.5% Nigerian. It's like, no, you're not, Tim. You're fucking white as shit. Like, John, you're not fucking
Molly.
From Belize. Like, stop it. That shit, I don't know.
Actually, we could talk. Your cousin's actually dope as shit.
Yeah, she's real cool.
I'll be a good boy.
Guardian Alarm, customized solutions from real experts. They're professional technicians. Take time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. They also have 24/7 professional monitoring. You can call them anytime, day or night, and no Guardian Alarm team member will stay on the phone as long as needed. And of course, they have technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology. It's been proven to work, and people who have been proven to care. Call 1-800-STAY-OUT. That's 1-800.
Stay out of my cousin.
Right now, and let them know Woodward Sports sent you.
She's mine.
The only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. You know, because we win. Woodward Sports, Detroit's winning sports network.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1. What's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2. Join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3. Bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
It's a great day to get some Centron in your life. Okay. There it is. Centron, here we go. Gotta grab the cranberry. Oh wait, it's 2 for $4. Gotta double up with the classic as well. Centron World, baby. Centron, available at select Krogers, and if you wanna know how, go to @CentronWorld.com. You get dope like me. You know what? Why wait? Great taste, guaranteed.
We are the network for Detroit by Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network.
I'm a mother lover, you're a mother lover.
Yeah.
We should love each other's mothers, loving each other's moms.
That Lonely Island?
Yeah.
What up, though? Welcome back to WoodwardSports.com. Boy, he's joined my guy, Spinmo Rex. JT's invited to the cookout.
JT's for sure invited to the cookout.
JT's invited to the cookout. We got Spinmo Rex, Young Chris, JB Smooth. JB Smooth.
What's good?
Give us a name. Who's invited to your cookout?
Who's your cousin?
Who's your cousin?
Well, you guys took mine. Justin Timberlake?
Yeah.
He definitely invited.
What about Jim Carrey?
I don't know about Jim Carrey.
He was on. What was that
about
show?
Larry Bird?
For sure.
Tyler Hero.
They gotta like not ruin the vibe. You can't just be like,
Dude, Jim Carrey would. I feel
Jack
like
Harlow.
Jack Harlow's invited to the
Jack
cookout.
Harlow is and Jim Carrey isn't.
Jim Carrey come my cookout.
He was on In Living Color.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
All the Wayans brothers.
Bill Burr for sure.
Bill Burr.
All right, put the camera on Chris real quick.
What?
Is Chris invited to the
I
cookout?
want the chat to answer.
Am I invited?
Is Chris invited to the cookout?
Yes or no in the chat right now.
Chris, how
Bro
you?
just hit the Kanye.
Hell no.
Chill.
Hell no, chill.
Chill, bro. Chill.
Hey, you think Kanye
K-Drum said hell no.
Kanye at concerts now is saying, put your hands in the air, and everybody's like, I'm not falling
No,
for that.
yeah,
I'm
we're not doing
falling
that
for
one, Kanye. Jason, everybody's saying no, man. Oh. Paul Thomas said yes, and the barbershop.
Before we cut the break, we did have a caller. JB, who do we have on the phone? What are we talking about?
We got Dom on the phone. He's calling back from yesterday.
Let's go.
Heavyweight mount up.
Dom.
Happy hump day, boys.
How
What
you
up,
doing,
man?
Hey, doing good.
Hey, yeah, like JB said, I called yesterday, but I got busy when I was on the line. But I had a couple things I wanted to just touch base with you guys with. One thing was with the Odell Beckham contract you guys mentioned yesterday, like that kind of leans towards Lamar coming there.
Mm-hmm.
But man, he got the bag, you know, and it's like it's one of those things that he's kind of one of those names like Terrell Owens or like, you know, Josh Gordon, where like his name is starting to fade out. So when you can get the bag, it doesn't matter who's throwing it to you, you know. So that's my opinion on that one. But my second one was something that I don't really hear a lot of people talk about as far as like the draft is everybody's focused on that number 6 pick, but nobody's really messing with that number 18 pick. And with the trade of Jeff Okudah, I could see them, you know, whatever happens at 6 happens at 6. Hopefully, my hope is that we trade back and get somebody else. But if we have to pick there, we pick there. But I can see Brad Holmes taking a lot of these draft picks that he's accumulating and trade up from 18 a couple picks to get one of these top corners. I don't really like the idea of taking this corner at number 6, but I could definitely see them trading up from 18 up to get one of these corners. What you guys think about that?
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. I could definitely see that happening. We know Brad Holmes isn't afraid to trade up in the first round, and that would be a situation where you could definitely see that happening because all of the, you know, the top 3 corners seem to be going right before that 18 spot, so maybe you move up to 15 and ensure you can grab one of the 3, whoever it is. Obviously, the 2 left would probably, because Witherspoon will probably be the first off the board, so it'll more than likely be between Gonzalez and Joey Porter Jr., so I wouldn't be mad about that, not at all.
Yeah, I think that's a strong possibility. I think with number 18. I think that's like Brad's extra poker chip or whatever you want to call it to do whatever the hell he wants to do in this draft. That's why, like, in ways, I mean, there's multiple teams with multiple first-round picks. I mean, the Eagles have it. I think the Saints are the Saints are the ones who gave the pick to the Eagles. But Brad Holmes could maneuver wherever he wanted to be in this draft to grab whoever he wanted to with both 6 and 18. He could probably even get to number 1 if he wanted to. I don't think he's going to, but I also agree, yeah. I don't know the Detroit Lions will be drafting 18. I think we'll be drafting a little bit higher, and the Detroit Lions fans will be a little bit more surprised, you know, what we end up with the second-round pick. Not second-round pick, but the second pick in the first round. Tom, I appreciate you calling in.
How bricked up would you guys be if we got Jalen Carter and Joey Porter?
I'd be
pretty
bricked up. I'd be real bricked
Might
up.
Call doctor.
That was my original. That was my original 2.
Yeah.
That was my original 2 back when we thought the Lions were getting a top 3 pick.
Yeah.
With their own pick, not with the Rams
It might
pick.
happen.
I said Joey Porter Jr. and Jalen Carter.
Last year was drafted cocaine. This year is bricked for the pick.
Bricked for the pick.
Bricked for the pick. Real quick, Dom, you still there?
Oh, no, he's
gone.
We do have one more caller, though.
No, you good? Okay, who we got now?
This is Chris for you guys.
What up, though, Chris?
What up, though?
Hey, what's going on, fella?
How you feeling, man?
I can't complain. What about yourselves?
Same.
Doing good, man.
Living, brother.
Bricked for the pick.
Bricked for the pick.
Oh, okay, well, I do got a little bone to pick with my son, though. I will say this because I'm getting tired of my son and his little best friend. Their shit is that they would stay away from Jalen Carter. I just couldn't do it. I don't care what he went through. I mean, 21. Can we get over this shit already? It just wasn't that deep for me.
Yeah. Amen, brother.
Whoop his little ass.
Amen, brother.
Take the belt to the ass.
We've all
right. That's what I'm ready to, man.
We've all, dude. My dad used to fuck my shit up with the belt, bro.
This means having PTSD.
Honestly, having those flashbacks.
Take the belt to his ass. It seems like the toughest uncle you got for the week.
Okay, let me ask you a question, though. Would y'all be surprised if there was a trade up from 6 to 3?
They made the call. Apparently, the Lions have made the call and talked to the Cardinals about doing it. I would be somewhat surprised, but, you know, anything's on the table with Brad Holmes. The guy's a wizard.
Yeah.
And then at that point, I would think it would be Will Anderson. Would you say so?
I would agree with that, yes.
I still think it could be Jalen Carter, just because maybe at that point what you're trying to get ahead of is Seattle, you know, because let's not forget about Jalen Carter. In an equal playing field before any of this other extra BS, Jalen Carter was still a higher ranked prospect than Will Anderson. There are legitimate questions both from defensive line coaches to scouts about Will Anderson, and yeah, he still was productive, but again, watch the tape, him against Darnell Wright against Tennessee, and mind you too, Tennessee beat Alabama this year. That's part of the reason. Will Anderson was held null and void by a guy in Darnell Wright who is going to be drafted as a left tackle or right tackle in this year's draft, but Now he's a top 10 right tackle. He's, arguably maybe even second round right tackle. Yeah. So, and again, the tape too, he's rushing more inside than he is outside. This isn't like me being a hot take. This is like actual like conversations being had. It's starting to actually, I saw a video on PFF this morning I sent to both you guys. Yeah. Kind of discussing the same things. But I wouldn't be surprised if they did make the move if it was still Jalen Carter just to beat T.O. to him.
All right, I'm cool with it. As long as we get Jalen Carter, I'm good.
Not fair.
Yeah, I wouldn't care.
Yeah. Appreciate you for calling in.
But my thing is,
oh, go ahead.
Okay, one last quick thing.
Yes, sir.
And that's this. If they go offense, would you be upset with the second pick?
No, not at all. Brad can do.
Me neither.
It's not even just because of like me having faith in him. It just you can make sense of it to me.
Yeah.
Because he's really addressed everything outside of defensive tackle and arguably linebacker. Some may say no linebacker because they brought back Anzalone and you have Malcolm, but he's literally at liberty to kind of do whatever he wants. That's why you can afford to sit on a quarterback if he was there. Real quick before I let you go though, Chris.
Okay.
Put the camera on you, Chris. Is this young man invited to the cookout?
Well, I just put in the chat that I accept all stray dogs. So yeah.
Let's go.
Oh, you were that was a goated response.
That was
man.
a good one.
That was the best one.
Appreciate you calling it, Chris.
That. Yeah, appreciate you, Chris.
All right. Man.
Don't forget to beat yourself.
All right.
Jesus.
All right.
I mean, hey.
Don't forget that shit he told.
Gotta be some sense to
Bro,
him.
my boy Mersad said his parents used to hit him with the switch, and like
I just hit the switch.
AP used to warm up to that song.
AP.
Adrian Peterson had that in his headphones.
He's like Adrian Peterson to be clear.
I just hit the switch. Oh, bro, we're the same person. Me and him are the same. But my boy Mersad said they used to hit him with the switch, and if it break before they were like finished, you'd have to go out and get another one. You go out in the backyard and pick your stick.
Yeah.
And they hit you with their brakes, go get another one.
You want to hear like you ever heard the expression?
Bosnian.
Chris loves Bosnians.
Yeah.
Chris got Bosnian flag in the basement.
My boy Mirso's Bosnian.
Yeah. You ever heard the expression rule of thumb?
Yeah.
You want to know where it's derived from?
Yeah, as thick as your thumb.
Yeah, you're allowed to beat your wife with a stick no bigger than your thumb.
Good old days.
Relax. Why you say that? Well, I was on the camera, man. Jamie, you had another caller, or are we just throwing up the ones?
We got multi-coders, Eazy. You're good.
You ever seen those memes where it's like, my girl, like, why don't they treat me like guys did back in 1925? And then it's
it's
1925.
Yeah, it's like
when your grandpa comes home and dinner's slightly burnt, and he's like dropping people's hours.
When the meatloaf's overcooked and it's just like jumping off the top rope.
Like throwing it through chairs. All right, we can bring it to the next caller.
All right, here is Orlando. He wants to talk about Jared Goff with you guys.
Orlando, like the Orlando in Baltimore that's got the strip club?
Orlando.
No, Orlando from Detroit, but I live in Charlotte to go to school.
That's fair. That's from the wire.
Oh, yeah, okay. I just got one thing to say, and I just want to say it. I am not a golf gobbler by any stretch of the imagination. I kind of stand with Eazy on a lot of his golf dates. My only thing that I feel like is the reality of the situation. This guy is our quarterback for right now.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see him be as successful as possible. I want to see Jared Goff throw for 50 touchdowns and 5,000 yards. Like, you know what I mean? I know it's not realistic, which is why I said I'm not a golf gobbler, but I feel like you guys always take, like, golf catches a lot of strays from the heavyweight. And I'm a heavyweight myself, so I'll be laughing like shit. Golf catches a lot of strays from the heavyweights, bro. And I'm like, I know he's just sitting somewhere like, yo, what the fuck did I do? Like, we'll be talking about Justin Fields. And the next thing you know, it's like, I mean, well, Jared Goff can make that throw. I'm like, whoa. Like, my only thing is, I realize Jared Goff is not the guy with the arm like the Mahomes, the Anthony Richardson, whoever you would want to bring up. But he's good enough, in my opinion, to get it done. As we've seen in L.A., I'm a firm believer that if Todd Gurley doesn't get hurt that year, Jared Goff is a Super Bowl quarterback, and we're talking about him way different. But since he didn't have Todd Gurley versus that sorry-ass Patriots team that got a Lombardi trophy, here we are. But I want Jared Goff to get back to that form, and I feel like what Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes are doing is building around him as you're supposed to. We're getting every piece possible that we need on every level, including what we're about to do with this draft, so that way we can put him back in that position that he kind of was in with that 2018 or 19 Rams team, whatever year it was. So it's like, give him no excuse. It is no excuse why he can't make this throw to that guy. He's open. The running game is working. So I feel like that's what they're trying to do. And I think they're going to be able to do it. And I heard Finney say one day within the next 4 years, we're going to have way more success in the Lions franchise in history. I'm going to take it a step further. I think within the next 2 years, the way we're building this team, this year and next year is going to be the most historical year in the history of the Detroit Lions. Last year set the tone of how we're supposed to play. This year is going to be, we're going to reach for it. And next year is going to be, if we fall short this year, we're going to get that last piece we need to go all in. I think within the next 2 years, we're looking at the Detroit Lions as a way different franchise than anybody ever has.
Hey,
This motherfucker spit.
He is spitting.
This motherfucker spit.
I feel you, Orlando. Like, nobody would be happier than me if Goff went out there and threw 50 touchdowns and 5,000 yards. Like, that means the Detroit Lions are winning 14 games at least. Like, that means the Detroit Lions are the number 1 seed in the NFL playoff. But realistically, I don't think it's going to happen. Would I love to see him have that success? Yes. The only thing with me with Goff is he hasn't done it at the biggest stage. Like, he hasn't won at the biggest stage, so I can't comfortably say he can. And I'm not looking to pay him $45 million plus in a couple of years, which is what he's going to be asking for. Because, like you said, he's at his best when he has absolute weapons on every single different position, wide receiver, running back, great offensive line, great defense. And if you're paying your quarterback $45 million, you just simply can't afford that kind of production out of the other areas. So, if Jared Goff goes out there and throws 50 touchdowns, I'll get a face tattoo. Like, I just don't think it's going to happen, bro.
And one last hot take, and I'll let you guys go. I kind of want to hear what Eazy has to say, but one last hot take, and I'll let you guys go.
Okay.
I agree with the whole not trying to pay $45 million for Jared Goff, which is why I think we should do everything we can to try to shoot for these next 2 years. And this is a very hot take. I'm also a Michigan fan, along with being a Lions fan. I would not mind having J.J. McCarthy play for Dan Campbell. And I feel like somebody else needs to feel me on that. That is a Dan Campbell guy. The way he plays football, that is a Dan Campbell guy up there in Michigan.
I feel you, man. I like J.J. McCarthy. As a state alum, as a state guy, like, I was scared of J.J. McCarthy when he originally got the starting spot because I was like, please start Cade McNamara over this guy again. Like, please put Cade McNamara. Because this guy, when I saw him in games, I forget what game it was, the year before he started, he was rolling to his left, threw across his body to the right off 1 foot, dropped a 50-yard dot down the field. I was like, Jesus Christ, man.
Yep.
Like, this guy's got something.
It was week 2 of last year. It was week 2. I remember the game.
Yeah.
And all the things we say about golf, J.J. McCarthy has. He can run. He can make that throw on the run. He can throw across his body. J.J. McCarthy is the guy we need in that offense, and he's going to be there at our draft pick this year. He's not going top 10, so he's going to be there.
As a prospect, I'm not sure where he falls within the draft. Probably maybe a couple later rounds. But, I mean, if you look at the biggest games for Michigan this year in both OSU and TCU, the guy, although TCU had a couple mistakes, was also the guy keeping them in the game at that point. They got fucked over on that one call for sure. That should have been a touchdown.
He had a couple bad
against
throws,
OSU, kid was balling.
Yeah.
I can't deny that. And real quick to the golf point before we let you go and go to break. I'm not a fan of paying Jared. I don't think any of us are fans of paying Jared Goff X amount of money. But if there was a way to win a championship with a guy at his caliber with that contract, and it's the scenario the Detroit Lions are exactly in right now with the multiple first-round picks, second-round picks, so we could build a team around him on those rookie deals, then affording to pay him what he's doing as long as you're hitting on those picks. So I'll put it to this way. I don't think it'll happen, but I won't count it out as a possibility because if there's a scenario we are winning with him at that price tag, it's with all these rookie contracts the Detroit Lions currently have available. Yeah. Appreciate you calling, man. That's a good-ass call, dog. Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you,
Yeah. Hey, man, I love you guys' show. I watch the show every day before I go into work. Keep doing what you're doing, guys. I love you guys.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, man. Is Chris invited to the cookout?
Oh, yeah, Chris should come to the cookout because he knows some rap music. So
Let's go.
Chris knows a lot of good rap music, so I'll give him his props there.
There you go.
This is all
There
Chris.
you go, Chris. It finally paid off for you, brother.
He's blushing right now.
Blushing.
Appreciate you, Orlando.
That was a great call. Appreciate you, Orlando. Now, if Chris doesn't get invited to your cookout, he might need somewhere to eat. And if he does, he can just go to Big Boy because Seafood Fest is back at Big Boy. Catch it while you can because it's there until Monday, April 17th. Some favorites like the shrimp Alfredo, shrimp stir fry, and all new fish sandwich. Don't forget the all-you-can-eat fish fry buffet on Friday nights. Go to your local Big Boy today and satisfy those taste buds.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Golf, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience and automatically enter for your chance to win not one, but 2 vehicles of your choice, courtesy of Les Stanford Buick GMC of Ferndale. That's right, 2 cars, one for you, one for your wife, your girlfriend, or your best bud. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime, sign in, sit down, watch your favorite team play, and before you know it, your hair will be game ready. Let one of our talented, award-winning stylists make you look handsome and clean. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
You've heard of Gordon Ramsay. You've heard of Bobby Flay. But Thursday night Master Chef Brad Holmes will be in the kitchen with all of the ingredients needed to make a great dish on draft night. Join Woodward Sports for our 3rd annual Woodward Sports Draft Party, live at 5th Avenue in Royal Oak. The past 2 years, these parties have been standing room only, so get your tickets early at eventbrite.com. Don't miss out on all the fun with Braylon Edwards, Ryan Ermanni, Neil Rule, Darren McCarty, and the entire Woodward Sports crew. The party starts at 7:30 p.m. Don't miss the biggest draft party in the Motor City, brought to you by the biggest network, Woodward Sports.
Chili Peppers Tanning is where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. Spotless, sanitized rooms with trained and certified tanning professionals. Join the Pepper Club for all the best deals, where they beat all competitors by $5. $5, and you can use that $5 to pick up some of their favorites. I'm talking about the Australian Gold, the Designer Skin, the Caltan, and the Swedish Beauty Lotions. All great options for you. ChiliPepperTanning.com. The hottest bulbs, the hottest deals, the darkest tans. Y'all know where to go. It's ChiliPepperTanning.com. Check it out, Rip.
What up, though? Welcome back to the World of Heavyweights live at WoodsportsCom. I'm your boy Eazy Joe, my guy Spin Mo Rex. We got Young Chris, JB Smooth, rocking along on the 1s, 2s. If you guys haven't already, please make sure you hit that like button and 5-star review on all podcast platforms. What
you
up?
guys are saying J.J. McCarthy's going to go undrafted?
It's very possible J.J. McCarthy goes undrafted. I'm not going to insult you, but yes. No. No one's looking at him as a pro prospect.
Yeah, they are.
No.
Yes.
Promise you.
I guarantee you he gets drafted.
I'd make a bet on it for sure.
All right, $10.
All right. Yeah. No, nice. He's not that caliber of prospect. Not as of now. I mean, he has this year to become that. But I mean, Michigan, he's not really asked to pass a lot. I think there's something there, but he's not gonna wait. What round do you think he goes in? I
don't know, mid-rounds probably, unless he pops off.
Yeah. How tall is he?
Probably 6'3".
Look, when I say I could, I wouldn't hate
6'3". 6'3", 196.
If he ended up here, again, it's one of those late round picks. I'll put
fucking.
What?
What's that quarterback from Michigan that got drafted? Not Wilson.
Jake Rudolph?
Yeah, Jake Rudolph got drafted.
Did he get drafted?
Yes.
Or did he get signed as undrafted? If he did, I feel like it was hella late. Let's see. When was he drafted?
He was drafted in the 6th round by the Lions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying
I would be surprised if he didn't get drafted.
Just
because he doesn't have to throw the ball doesn't mean he can't. He's not asked to. Scouts know that he can actually throw the ball.
I mean, college scouts, yeah, that was it. But pro scout, they're
gonna see that.
It's his level.
I think he has a good year next year.
He better. I mean, Michigan's rolling him in now. What did we say immediately after the Ohio State victory, or a victory over Ohio State? I should say. It's we said this is a new page for Michigan. what this meant for like recruits. And now you're starting to see they just landed number 3 quarterback in the nation. You're starting to see recruits flip from Ohio State to Michigan. Like that's what that game meant on national television. It wasn't just like them beating them like the year previously, which was an amazing game. Everything you romanticize about football was the 2021 victory over Ohio State, but last year was an ass whooping.
Yeah.
That was a foot in the throat. And
Dwayne Haskins went. Or Hassan. Or no.
What?
Dwayne Haskins. Hassan Haskins. Why can't I remember his name? The running back for
Oh,
Michigan.
Edwards.
Yeah, Donovan Edwards.
Yeah.
He went crazy. He's definitely going to get
He
drafted.
was stupid. He's definitely going to draft.
dog.
He's going to be a fucking stud.
Yeah.
Mind you, too, like he was injured during all that.
And he's got hands.
Yeah. Like what? Fighting?
No, like catching the ball. I mean, he probably could fight. I don't know.
Throw him back in the tunnel in Michigan State. Find out what's good.
No, Donovan Edwards is a dog. He's probably the best pro prospect on their team.
Speaking of throwing hands, because we got a little bit of time to kill because we went a little bit over last time. Nate Diaz scheduled to fight Jake Paul August 5th. Is that legit? I saw that on the way in, but I didn't know if it was legit.
I haven't seen anything of it, but
I seen something pop up on it. I don't know if you want to check your phone.
Boxing.
Yeah. Boxing.
What was it?
Boxing for sure.
Yeah,
He's
boxing.
boxing.
I hate it. I absolutely hate it.
Yeah.
Nate Diaz. I don't want to. I guess I do get the Nate Diaz fans. It's because he's got that dog in him. He's always down to scrap.
Very entertaining fighter.
Yeah, but like his true like skill set in MMA was jiu-jitsu. Yeah. He was never a striker. Like you'll look at his record, like there aren't KOs.
Submissions.
Yeah, it's not decorated with KOs. That's not what Nate Diaz was as a fighter. Jake Paul is gonna beat the living shit out of this guy. All due respect again to Nate Diaz, but Jake Paul's gonna beat the living shit out of him, and that's why I hate it. I don't want to see Nate Diaz go down that road. I think you should just, if you were gonna fight Jake Paul, maybe have done it earlier because Jake's also just getting better every day too. I hate that. I hate that fight. I'm sick of MMA taking L's to like
Jake Paul.
Yeah, especially too because like there's a draw with MMA too, so it's like get him to fight MMA or like.
Isn't that just more?
Sign the contract to where there's a rematch in MMA or at least kickboxing.
Isn't it more like shade on Jake Paul though? Because like you fought a real boxer and got your ass whooped, and now you're going back to fighting MMA fighters.
I mean maybe, but they're still like fighters though. You know what I'm saying? Like they beat the shit out of us. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean there's still some MMA fighters like with hands, but they're fighting like older boxers. Like Pettis just beat Roy Jones Jr. But exactly, he's like going on
70 years old. Yeah.
It's a different sport. Like boxing is like it's a sweet science, right? Like
it's like how you could beat a Bruce Lee. Like dig him up and then you can beat his ass.
Whatever. Boxing you can win off. Well, not that you can't win off points in MMA, but like boxing you really can't just be like defensive the entire time. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why sometimes it's boring as shit. Not that there aren't MMA matches that are boring as shit, but boxing can really be that, and Jake Paul could take it there if he wanted to.
Yeah, that Floyd and Pacquiao fight was such a waste of money.
Yeah, that shit was wild.
That shit was boring as fuck.
I'm glad I was fucking rocked off my ass for that one.
Yes.
I was hyped for it.
Oh, that's the first time I tried Molly. Forgot everything.
I did
blacked out. Never did it again since.
Did that at my neighbor's pool party. Did a couple like parachutes.
Mm-hmm. Don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs. Dove into his pool.
Oh no.
No, it's a great feeling. Fucking came out of the pool, gripped up,
spurting the water,
gripped up this girl's ass.
Yo,
and fucking did a like double shot of E&J. Bro,
don't do what he just said.
It was a great feeling.
It was not a great feeling. It was a horrible time. You just grabbed somebody's ass, sexually assaulted someone.
No, she was cool, man.
She needed SMA.
We had a good time. Wow.
Wow.
That is a perfect time for that read, because SMA, or the Sports Marketing Agency, helps spread awareness about mental health and substance abuse. Their new podcast, This is the S Word, helps fight the stigma about seeking help. If you or someone you know is struggling, head to thesportsma.com. That's thesportsma.com.
Saturdays at 1 p.m. Make sure you're watching WoodwardSports.com for our new show, Choppin' Puck.
He shoots! He scores!
With four-time Stanley Cup champion Darren McCarty and Michael Gentry, Choppin' Puck is taking the Detroit hockey community and giving them a voice. Pros to Joes. You'll get the best Detroit hockey coverage around. Choppin' Puck. Saturdays 1 p.m. on WoodwardSports.com.
By now you know me, Christina Schnari, as the obvious choice in real estate. And you know my website, soldchristina.com. as your #1 resource for buying or selling your home. Myself, along with my amazing staff, pride ourselves on making your home buying and selling experience a relaxing and easy one. Come see why we are the obvious choice. Christina Gennari at soldchristina.com, the obvious choice in real estate.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side.
Lemieux and McCarty, who've had a good knockdown drag up. There they go, right on the whistle. They were talking to one another.
Woodward Sports.
What up, though? Welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights Live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my man Spin Mo Rax, young Chris in the TD booth, JB Smooth rocking along with us. Before we went to break, we briefly talked about Nate Diaz versus Jake Paul. I hate it. I think Nate Diaz is gonna get his ass whooped. I put it to you this way: Anderson Silva, in regard, we had an MMA fighter on the show last week. He said that he's in the conversation that goes. Anderson Silva is regarded as one of the best strikers in general. Anderson Silva beat a boxer, a champion if I'm not mistaken, and Julio Cesar Jr., Chavez Jr. Jake Paul beat Anderson Silva. Although Anderson Silva is still in the back down of his career, Nate Diaz, for context, 21-13. All right, 13 losses on that resume. You want how many KOs in those 21 wins? Only 5.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody in Woodward Sports Chat said he's beat some of the best strikers. Who? Conor? When he first moved up as a last-minute fight, like that was okay. I'll give you that. He beat Conor, but I don't know. Nate Diaz isn't known for his boxing. He's more of a grappler. I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of it. Who's to say? Anything can happen. It's fighting.
Yeah, I don't think Jake Paul would lose to Nate Diaz.
I don't think so either. And the press conference, this is another thing too. I promise you, Nate Diaz stuff, I get it, like in the cage, but someone also commented, like, imagine the press conference. Nate Diaz also isn't a good shit talker.
No.
He just was like,
yeah, fuck you, dude.
Yeah, fuck you, man. It's gonna be fucking 516, baby, or whatever.
Yeah. He truly captured like lightning in a bottle with the Conor stuff.
Conor shit, yeah.
Because he's not. I don't know. I never got the appeal.
I mean, no, he's fun to watch.
Yeah. He did beat Donald Cerrone. Decision, but I have to watch that one back. Jim Miller. I'm pretty sure Jim Miller has the most knockouts. I'm looking at his resume right now. But again, 21 dubs.
And Jason Elder's right. He could have beat Edwards if he wasn't gloating.
If he wasn't gloating?
Because he fucking rocked.
He was twerking
Edwards,
too.
And then he said, instead of fucking jumping it, I was like, dude, what the fuck are you doing?
His leg was fucked up or something.
Still.
Remember? I don't know. I don't think he could have beat Edwards.
He had him rocked.
Yeah.
And then he pointed at him.
Because he couldn't do shit else.
He had him rocked, stumbled, falling into the fence. You can't take a step forward and punch him again? Like, that's all it would have taken. He was about to go out.
I don't think he would have beat Edwards. Obviously, he didn't beat Edwards, but...
Yeah.
I mean, it's fight, too. Anything can happen.
Yeah, anything can happen, but you could also knock somebody out when they're wobbled as fuck and can't even stand up straight. Like,
yeah.
Instead of pointing at them.
But I feel like part of that was, like, he, like, didn't necessarily have all the capabilities to do it. Like, obviously you fucking knock him out at that point. But you remember he was like fucking limping at one point. He like fucking stopped and was like had his hands on his knees.
Yeah, but he like
that's my infamous picture I have of him. He looks like he's trying to twerk or some shit.
Yeah,
he's like,
he kept like walking. I don't know.
I feel like he was just too fucked up to do it.
Yeah, and his fight versus Jorge, I rewatched that shit.
Jorge beat the fuck out of him.
Yeah, he almost fucking.
Yeah,
his eye would have like fucking flopped over. They had to stop the fight, but like his. I don't know what the fuck he was thinking going in that fight. Like, he kept, like, turning away from Jorge.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, what are you doing?
Lucas wants to beat up Booner so bad.
Booner would whoop Lucas's ass.
Booner probably does because he's a little bit heavier.
He's got that cousin strength.
Yeah. For sure he's got that
My
cousin
boy
strength.
Jacob had the cousin strength.
Oh, yeah.
And he was a wrestler at my high school. He had one move. He just hip tossed the fuck out of people. I mean, like, bad. Like, dude, slammed the shit out of dudes. He was also our fullback.
Oh, yeah.
Bro.
Yeah. Fullbacks are half the cousins at the time,
It was
for
called
sure.
625 Wolf was our play where I was left tackle, me and the left guard would cross block, and he'd run right in between us. We ran that bitch like 150 times this season.
We had Bubba. Bubba was our cousin.
Yeah.
He's a beast. Shout out to Bubba. Anyway, Top 5 NFC QB lists. I promise you guys we get to by the 33rd team. I don't know which list. I see some wild lists from these guys.
Yeah.
What is it? Which one is this one, Spinny?
Throw it up
What
there,
we
Chris.
working
Got it. Why is it not throwing up? 1 second.
Throw it up. Throw it up.
Why is
Give
it
me
not
a second.
flowing?
Seconds.
Hold up. What? 12 seconds?
Yeah.
1, 2.
This guy, bro.
This fucking guy.
You got one job, Chris.
I hope you guys know Chris does an excellent job. He's giving bullshit.
Yeah.
Except for right now, he did.
Boom! There it is. Top 5 NFC
Jesus
quarterbacks
fucking
entering 2023.
bro.
Number 1, Jalen Hurts. Number 2, Franklin the Turtle.
What are we doing?
Number 3. Doesn't he look like Franklin a little bit?
He does look like Franklin the Turtle, but what is this list?
Number 3, Daniel Jones.
Who's Clay Harbor?
Number 4, Brock Purdy.
Where am I?
Number 5, Matthew Stafford. Who is the most egregious ranking on this list? What's the worst? What is the worst out of there?
You know it's a fucking shit list, but I don't have an answer prepared for that one. Fields?
You need
Daniel
me to throw it up again?
Jones? I could
Throw it up.
I like to put Jones at 5.
Throw it up. Geno's not in there. I thought I'd take Geno over Brock Purdy, Justin Fields. You got to put Geno and Goff. Geno and Goff have to be in there.
They're
right?
both honorable mentions if you actually look at the
Is that what it's
small
saying?
print down at the
Honorable
bottom.
mentions doesn't mean shit. If they're not in the top 5, they're not in the top 5.
I'll read the honorables. It's Geno, Kirk Cousins, Jared Goff, and Dak Prescott.
Dak Prescott should be in there.
No Dak, no Goff, no Geno, no Kyler.
Well, Kyler's. This is a fucking horrendous list. There's just no. They're like a new show or like new network or whatever they are. And
I heard it's a lot of. Isn't it a lot of like former NFL players?
I know they got a lot of like current NFL players like running pods. But I know the only one doing well is our guy Amon-Ra St. Brown along with his brother.
Oh, they're a part of that network?
Yeah. The Amon-Ra St. Brown podcast or St. Brown podcast, whatever you want to call it. That's Amon-Ra's the Abe side of that one. I can't think of his name.
Aquarius. Sagittarius.
Leo. That list is fucking atrocious, dog. I don't even want to spend time fucking speaking on that one. That's fucking garbage.
So who are you putting? What's your top 5?
You want my top 5? I don't have a pen to write down, but I'll go Hurts 1.
Okay.
Top 5 based off of what I predict what happens
Top
next
5
year.
coming into next season, just like that.
It's heading into next season.
Yes.
Not like what I think at the end of next season.
Top 5 heading into next season.
All right, Jalen Hurts.
Okay, Jalen Hurts.
Geno. Who's on the NFC this year?
Geno, Dak, Kyler, Stafford.
Oh, Dak 3.
Jalen Hurts.
Stafford 4.
So who's 2? Geno?
Probably healthy Stafford 2.
Okay, Geno, Stafford. Jalen Hurts,
Stafford,
Dak,
Geno, Goff. And if I'm missing anybody, I was put on the spot.
Kyler's
gonna be kind of hurt.
Daniel Jones, Justin Fields, Kirk Cousins.
Oh fuck, Daniel Jones. Take out Geno, put in Daniel Jones.
So
it's gonna take us forever to figure this out.
Nah, you wanna do it tomorrow?
Yeah, we can do it tomorrow.
Well, on the spot though, real quick. What's yours then?
Jalen Hurts.
Give him a Dolo Cam. Or it don't matter.
Jalen Hurts. Jared Goff.
Jalen Hurts 1 and 2.
Jalen Hurts, Jared Goff.
Goff is 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Matt Stafford, Dak Prescott, Geno Smith. Actually, switch Goff and Stafford.
Wait, so in order, real quick.
Jalen Hurts, Matt Stafford, Jared Goff, Dak Prescott. Yeah, I'll put Goff over Prescott, and then Geno Smith 5.
You don't think Derek Carr?
Oh, I forgot about Derek Carr.
Oh, I guess, but that's going off because you said going in, so he would be like after.
No, going into next year.
It's like a prediction on like their season because Trey Lance would be in my top 5.
Yeah, it's.
And by the way, Brock Purdy being there is also fucking egregious too.
Yeah, Brock Purdy's pretty wild.
He was like
Baby goat.
He was just on for the ride. He was just happened to be in the driver's seat of a fucking man-slaughtering vehicle.
Goff's got to be. He's got to be in your top 5 NFC quarterback after what he did last year.
No, he's in my 5.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying for whoever made that list.
Kirk, we'll break and come back, all right? But not before I tell you guys about Alta. Because at Alta Equipment,
uptime
matters. Alta Equipment's got everything you need to get the job done. You got a big project coming up? Alta Rent's got you covered. Make sure you guys give them a call today at 844-GO-TO-ALTA. Again, it's 844-GO-TO-ALTA. This is Woodward Heavyweights. We'll be right back.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Golf, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper, tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
What up, though? Welcome back to WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, Joe, my guy Spin Mo Rex. We are the Woodward Heavyweights. We got young Chris, JB Smooth, rocking along. What up, though?
Before we leave, I got to show this to you. So you've been talking a lot about Trey Lance today.
Okay.
Mentioned him a couple times, said you like him a lot.
All right.
Chris, throw that up there.
Throw it up. That's how we ball out.
NFL notifications. Rumor, the Vikings and 49ers have had preliminary discussions about a Kirk Cousins and Trey Lance swap. The Vikings aren't confident Cousins is capable of leading them to a Super Bowl. Meanwhile, the 49ers believe that Cousins could be the missing piece, just as Stafford was for the Rams.
I don't believe that at all.
Okay, well, that's the same thing I didn't believe in, and then Jeff Okudah got traded the next day.
Well, no. I believe that Jeff Okudah's conversation we had about Jeff Okudah, I believe it's for a 3rd-round pick, though. That's what I didn't believe about that. No, that's not. No fucking way. Do you know how much money Kirk Cousins is owed? You know how mid Kirk Cousins is to be paid that amount of money?
That's what people thought about Stafford as well.
This guy, fucking Kyle Shanahan, just did Kirk Cousins' performance with Brock Purdy. On top of all the talks
Kirk
about.
Cousins stays healthy.
I don't give. He's healthy last year.
Yeah, exactly.
He got whooped by the Giants.
And he didn't have Kyle Shanahan on the 49ers.
Kyle Shanahan doesn't want Kirk Cousins.
He doesn't want Trey Lance either.
He had Kirk Cousins and Jimmy Garoppolo. Yeah.
I think Kirk's a little better than Jimmy G.
Probably better deep ball.
Definitely better deep ball.
He doesn't want. I'm not buying into that at all. There's no fucking way.
I know, so when it happens tomorrow,
I'll be.
Would you be upset if Trey Lance?
You almost didn't let me put the Jeff Okudah stuff in the prep because of these fucking guys.
Yeah, I know, but
and here you are
true.
today.
So now they're credible. That shit happened the next day. No. Would you be upset if Trey Lance was a Minnesota Viking?
Yeah, for sure. I don't know if he's the same type of weapon as he would be under Kyle Shanahan, obviously, but
imagine though, one of these things is not like the other. When you look at the quarterbacks in the NFC North, all athletic, mobile quarterbacks, and then Jared Goff. Jordan Love, Trey Lance, Justin Fields, Jared Goff.
Okay, because you're high on Fields.
Yes.
Is he better than Goff? How high are you if he's not on?
I think he could be. If you put him in the Lions' offense, he'd put up good numbers.
Yeah.
He has more talent. He's more talented.
Yeah.
Jared Goff is a better quarterback at this time.
I have to look into this Trey Lance stuff, man. I might have to eat an L on this one. I think he's a guy. I mean, and it's not just because me thinking he's a guy heading into the draft and having him as a prospect and wanting him to the Lions. I think he's a guy just based off things I've heard George Kittle say when he's been on the Pat McAfee show talking about training camp. it was like the same type of hype Patrick Mahomes had.
They said a lot about the stuff about Brock Purdy too.
What?
George Kittle says a lot of good stuff about Brock Purdy.
No, not the same kind of stuff.
I don't know.
Because you got this situation too. It's like Jimmy G's still on the team. Jimmy G, guy he's been to the Super Bowl with, NFC championships with, and Kittle's like, yeah, like Lance is him. I don't know. But also maybe Lance isn't too happy. I don't know. We'll see. I'm very curious to see how this plays out. I hope I'm not wrong.
What if he's like Sam Bradford 2.0 and just like never plays? Just keeps getting checks.
I could see that. Like I might have to like accept that part of the L as like boss is also like you have to stay healthy, right?
Yeah.
And he has been injured 2 years in a row now. Maybe he is that type of guy. Sam Bradford was fucking insane. He kept getting contract to contract too.
Hey, dude had the greatest career in the history of the NFL. I'm about to look up his career earnings. Talk for a second about Trey Lance.
Go ahead.
Do you think there's
I'll read some comments on Sports Chat. Dak is mid, but him and Jared Goff neck and neck. I agree with that. I think I agree that Dak is mid, but I think he's got some like a lot of people are not gonna like this, and I hate the Cowboys,
dude.
but he's got some dog in him.
In 9 seasons, Sam Bradford made $130 million.
Wow. Not even 10 years, he made $100 million.
I want to see how many games. $130 million.
130 million. That's crazy. That's kind of gross, actually.
130 million.
Any Pro Bowls?
And he started.
Yeah. Go to Pro Football Stats.
Yeah.
And go to games.
Easy. A question for you while he's looking that up. Is there a quarterback you could see them going for, like the 49ers? Like, do you think that's a realistic move? Because they have always been a quarterback away. They trade up to get Trey Lance, but obviously that hasn't panned out yet. Do you see them doing a move like that and going all in for a quarterback? Maybe not Kirk Cousin specifically, but someone of that ilk?
No.
It's not that bad, actually.
How many games did he play?
83.
No, that's pretty bad. You divide that by 9 seasons.
49 of them were on his rookie contract.
Yeah. 49 games on his rookie contract? What do you mean? 49 M's?
In 2 years in Minnesota, he played 17 games. In 1 year in Arizona, he played 3. And then in 1 year
the Eagles.
In 1 year in Philly, he played 14.
Yeah, 83 games out of 9 seasons is actually fucking horrible. It's because you got to think there's 16-game seasons.
He had 2 seasons where he played 16 games.
Yeah, that's not great. Here's a comment. You might like Chris in the Woodward Sports Chat. Playing games. Who you got tonight?
Ooh. I got Chicago over Toronto. I have no idea why Toronto's favored because honestly, Nick Nurse, I just saw it. Woj was talking about Nick Nurse's future in Toronto. I've been saying it. It's the most common thing. He's gone. He's out of there after this year. That team's a mess. And then the other one is Pelicans and Thunder. That one will be a little tough. I don't know how the Thunder are going to handle Valanciunas when they don't have anybody on their roster over like 6'8" right now because Chet's out. So I feel like I'm going to go New Orleans just because Brandon Ingram's played well, but I also don't want to doubt SGA and what the Thunder have done this season. So I'll lean Pelicans. And I think Pelicans will also beat Minnesota.
Dude, Brandon Ingram's been balling.
Yeah.
What do you got? Spinny? I got Bulls and Pels.
Give me the Raptors. And
I kind of want to switch the Raptors now too.
And the Thunder.
I might switch the Raptors.
They got so many wing defenders. They got so many just big bodies and wing defenders and shit.
Yeah, but in the fourth quarter, who do you want? That team that has DeRozan and Levine, or the team that has a bunch of wings that can play defense but can't really do much on offense?
Fred VanVleet. Like,
yeah, but Siakam,
those guys aren't just
Siakam goes
nobodies.
stupid.
They're not nobodies, but in the fourth quarter, I'm taking
DeMar
those
DeRozan's
two
washed.
guys.
Zach LaVine has never.
Levine has been playing great this season.
Yeah, but he's never done anything in the playoffs. Like
this isn't the playoffs; it's the play-in.
This is the playoffs.
He's stupid.
The Raptors are at least playoff tested. They've been there before. Zach LaVine hasn't.
Now, how many times
DeRozan's washed?
How many times in the history of the NBA has it been outed that the coach has like gone after this year and it worked? You're gonna do the Phil Jackson Bulls and like
Trae Young was rumored to get traded yesterday.
Yeah,
and he wanted to play in a game.
I think they should, but
David Blatt made it to the finals. Like
having
I don't know
LeBron
how
helps.
often is it that? Give me a list of every team that's ever said that their coach is getting fired, but was in the playoffs.
Can we make a pizza bet? between you two?
No. I'm not betting on the play-in game.
We can bet pretzel pizza.
No pretzel pizza. Come on.
The pretzel pizza was good.
Spare. Oh my God. No.
I have been craving the pretzel pizza. I'm not
Get
gonna
the
lie.
fuck out of here.
do it.
You didn't
That's
like
gross.
it?
No.
Hey, you gotta edit that.
I do have to edit that. You got the videos too, punk.
You said
That's
you
true.
got
That's
it.
your baby.
They're recorded on your phone. JB, who you got?
Tonight, I'm taking the Thunder and the Bulls.
Going right against me. Fuck you, JB.
But that'll do it for us today. We appreciate you all tapping in to the Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. For the man to my left, the one and only Speak Easy, Chris Platty in the TD booth, JB Smooth on the ones and twos. I am Spencer Ragstor. We are the Woodward Heavyweights, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.
Peace.